and its Bahamians aren't prepared to stand up and fight and defend their own Bahamas, then you don't deserve to have it.
Now let that sink in. Come on. Change ain't coming, change is here. You can hear it, you can feel it in the air. All politicians, put your hands in the air. Just a stick up, let me make myself clear. I'm a grown man talking, so you know what to do. No one's leaving till we figure out the truth. Why you laughing? This ain't nothing funny. So no one gets to go home till we figure out this money. Change ain't coming, change is here. They say change ain't coming, but change is here. They say change ain't coming, but change is here. They say change ain't coming, nigga, change is here. Now if you ain't standing with us, then I know you against us. Bahamas, this ain't no time for us to be lukewarm. This is war, and we riding through the storm. Come on. Let's go. Shalom to all my Hebrew brothers, to all my Muslim and Rastas, we need you, brother. I see, I know. I can't forget the Christians. Let's put our differences aside, cause it's a bigger mission. See, they've been doing it for years, trying to separate us, kinda trying to keep us down and never elevate us. Now it's time to praise the Lord, cause he's about to take us over to the promised land where we can celebrate us. I got to do it for my kids that ain't even born yet, so the minute that they born, they already gotta check that check. Gotta have that time to collect, so they won't know how it feels to have that yoke around their neck. Yeah. See, y'all been robbing my grandmother, my great-great-grandmother and grandfather. It's like y'all can't get enough. Y'all just keep eating and giving us nothing but taxes. Y'all went even as far as to say that this country's in debt and we ain't got no money. But 9 times out of 10, everybody in this country's possibly a millionaire. It's time to wake up. Let's talk about natural resources, cause every time we bring it up, they say hold your horses. They say it ain't worth a thing, but it's worth a fortune. Meanwhile, they open up their businesses across the borders. Oh yes, we track their bank accounts across the waters. They say this country in debt, but they making millions. If we don't stop this now, they be up to billions. It's about to go down and I get the feeling we gotta cut a movie on these dirty villains. On this Lincoln Bain and his team came with information. It's like everything changed, everything went quiet. It's like so much facts and they can't deny it. They rather keep their mouths shut before they start a riot. Now look how they tryna just steal the oil. They don't wanna share with none of y'all. They been robbing us while we were sleeping. Send them to jail since they failed, they committed treason. Change ain't coming. They say change ain't coming. The change is here. They say change ain't coming. The change is here. They say change ain't coming. Nigga, change is here. Listen, from Freeport to Nassau all the way to Nago, there's no more time for us to sit back and be quiet. You understand? This is war. If they only knew who we were, if they only know who we are, they would know we are warriors. No retreat, no surrender. Just give us what you owe us. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. I feel this all the way to my ancestors. We are warriors. We only really want what's owed to us. You get it? Now free up.
The video you're about to watch may contain strong language. Viewer expression is advised.
Attention, attention. I just catch myself, you know. All of y'all and just saying y'all want Mr. Davis to just say Mr. Davis do that. Did any one of y'all vote for PLP? Come on, man. Y'all ain't have no intention of voting for PLP fucking. Y'all ain't vote then. You think y'all gonna vote now? So what y'all saying? He must set us aside. Us who vote PLP. Campaign hard to make sure the PLP come in, and y'all in these chat Ukraine and tell Mr. Davis what to fucking do. Y'all stupid in this group, hey. Y'all ain't have no intention of voting PLP. Y'all didn't even vote PLP. I'm talking Mr. Davis can lose. He can lose from fucking y'all. But he ain't gonna lose. He ran, guess what? He ran without y'all vote, right? Y'all in this fucking group, yeah. I talk about y'all who's been running on. He ran and he didn't need y'all vote to win, right?
Y'all didn't fucking
and y'all ain't vote for fucking the PLP. So why y'all making up all this fucking noise? Why y'all want Mr. Davis listen to fucking y'all when y'all didn't give a fuck about him? When y'all didn't never vote for him? Y'all need to your shit.
Never.
That don't go so.
Something wrong with
He gotta listen to the people who put him in.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't put him in. Now I want y'all to answer me. Did y'all vote for Mr. Davis? It's a simple yes or no. So if y'all ain't vote for Mr. Davis, how dare y'all to tell Mr. Davis what to fucking do?
What
Mr. Davis ain't gonna do nothing for fucking y'all. Y'all never vote for him. Okay?
Tell who y'all vote for.
Tell who y'all vote for. Do for y'all, not Mr. Davis.
Yeah.
And then y'all say y'all own much, y'all can't wait. So y'all can't wait to cast y'all vote. And it definitely ain't gonna be PLP. Some of the PLP, why y'all more trying to be bigger than I want? Why y'all more trying to be the biggest? But that's fine, y'all more could be the biggest. I don't have a problem with it. But y'all never vote for PLP.
Yeah.
So y'all gonna sit y'all last time. Y'all ain't vote for PLP?
Nah. Nah. Sit your little.
Y'all ain't vote for PLP. Y'all trying to benefit? Y'all insane. Y'all got to be goddamn joking. And then y'all wanna know how much the bond get paid. The police get paid. When he sue the government. When we ask Mr. Minnis how much money he spent on the lawyer, the jail Shane Gibson. The jail Shane Gibson and Frank fucking Smith. They never said how much they spent. Y'all couldn't get them to say how much they spent. So what the hell y'all want the government tell y'all? What y'all want the government tell y'all how much they pay how much they pay what's the police name? I forget what he named. Fernando. He needed to tell y'all the shit. Go back to Minnis and ask Minnis how much he paid a lawyer.
Yeah.
How much he paid in the jail. Frank Smith, Shane Gibson. Who y'all think y'all fucking is?
Son, let me show you.
Who y'all think y'all is?
Let me tell him something.
Go ahead, Larry.
Sit small, sit in your little corner, your little narrow ass, and stop trying to hassle Mr. Davis. You understand that? Sit small.
That's it. Nobody worrying with y'all. Y'all making up all this noise, but you ain't get this done. I ain't get this done. Y'all ain't. Let me show you something. You gotta put something in the pot.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't try to show Mr. Davis no type of strength.
No.
Y'all ain't try to show the people no type of strength. How y'all want to jump on the bomb? I get nod of the PLP in. That you're supposed to listen to y'all. That don't go so.
Y'all to the tail end.
That don't go so. It's strength for strength. It's you rub my back, I rub yours.
Yeah.
Who y'all think y'all is?
Strength
Go
for
cast
strength,
y'all vote where y'all was ever casting y'all vote. Go put it there.
Go make noise.
Go put it there and go make noise to them.
Yeah.
Not Mr. Davis.
Yeah, make noise with them.
Go make noise. Yeah, y'all 6 or 10 or whatever y'all is. Go make noise to them, not Mr. Davis. Y'all ain't even vote for him. So y'all carry y'all ass. Y'all carry y'all bust of ass, and I say it. Cap your son and say it. Y'all don't like it too fucking bad.
Praise is what I do. I wanna be close to you. I lift my hands in praise. Oh, and praise is who I am. I will praise you while I can. I'll bless you at all times. 'Cause I vow to a constant friend is he. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me, and I sing because I'm happy, and I sing because I am free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me.
Love the Lord. He heard my cry, oh yes he did, and pitied every groan. Long as I live and I listen to He is true. He is Good afternoon, Bahamas, and welcome on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. It is an amazing Sunday afternoon. It is the 17th of July in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and it is so great to have you here. We are broadcasting live on Facebook, on my Facebook page, Lincoln Bain. We're also broadcasting live in case we have any issues. We're also broadcasting live on our YouTube page, one of them. If you have any, you can always go there and see what's going on. All right, you can always find us there. So we want to thank you for tuning in, Bahamas. So it's so good to have you here. Oh my God, we are so sorry that we had to play that voice note for you on that Sunday, but we had to. But we decided to just cleanse it with a surprise visit we got some time back at the headquarters with a young lady who wanted to just sing for us and bless us. Listen, the prayers and the little simple voice notes and calls of encouragement, they mean so much to us, and we just want to thank all of you who do that. And that young lady is so talented and so amazing. It was an absolute blessing. And so there's a lot of talent. We have so many talented singers in this organization. And so we just want to thank all of them for their talent and everything that they do. Now, we had to play that voice note because we wanted to show you a mentality. We wanted to show you a mentality of the kinds of persons who cause us to remain backwards in this country, who cause us to remain down as a Bahamian people. The kind of people who keep us as second class, the kind of people who hurt this country. While many of you are out there fighting, working hard to live the Bahamian dream, working hard, hustling, trying to pay your mortgage, to pay your light bill, etc., there's a class of people in this country who will stab you in the back. They are stabbing the regular Bahamian in the back daily, stabbing us. And we don't even know it, for a bowl of porridge. These are the people who are keeping us down. The politicians have no courage. They won't say these things themselves. They won't do these things themselves. They have no courage. They are cowards. And so what they do is they pay trolls or give contracts to trolls or give opportunities to trolls so that they keep the majority of us down, and they pay these people to stab a knife in our backs and twist it. And these are the people who keep us in the doldrums. We're going to talk a little bit, well, not a little bit, we're going to talk today about the carbon credit money heist that's going on. But before that, I had a little brief conversation today with the GOAT. And that was an interesting conversation. And I want to bring that conversation to you. I think that all of you deserve to see what would be discovered. And so that goes shows it. At YouTube, you can see this without the interruptions that you may be seeing on Facebook. All right, so we already see some interruptions. So when I play the video, you may see some interruptions because I already see some of it happening. But we'll see what happens. But before I get to that, let me just say hello to some of you who are here and tuned in. I just want to say a good day to, I see Louise Phillips is here. Thank you for joining us on this Sunday. Kevin Williams is here. God bless you and welcome. Amantha Forbes is here. Welcome, Amantha Forbes. Valdez Cash is there. Tuned in. Thank you for being here. Val Griffin Adderley is here. Craig Pinder is here. Good evening to you, Craig Pinder. Y'all just say hello and tell me where y'all from. Say hello and tell me where you're from. Tell me where you're from. Whether that's Freeport, that's Tampa, whether that's Pinewood or Elizabeth Estates, tell me where you're from. All right. I see Valley Wilmore is there. Hello, how are you doing today? Konkale Konkala is here. Thank you for being here, Konkale. Thank you. We always appreciate things you do. Tanya McHale is here. They said you then breaking up. Yeah, the live is having some issues already. And it's not even in sync as I'm watching it. So we'll see what happens. Y'all just keep communicating with me. Let me know. Someone says, it's Daphne McKenzie. Hello from Nassau. Rowena Sanders is here. Minus is too early for these trolls to be interfering with this live. Well, we'll try to do some stuff to get it straight before we go on, because y'all got to see this. This one is going to be very interesting. All right. Stanley Johnson from Auckland is in the house. Thank you, Stanley Johnson. Amantha is from Soldier Road. Welcome, Soldier Road. Welcome. Keanu from Freeport is here. Keanu Nesbitt. Thank you. Ronald from Nassau. Ron from Nassau. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the New Bahamas. Leno Russells from Nassau. Someone is, this is Tavalis Tinker is tuned in. Tavalis Tinker is tuned in from Abaco. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome. Tavillian McBride, thank you for being here. You're watching from Freeport. Freeport is in the house. Loretta Smith from Pinewood Gardens, welcome. That's my neighbor. That's my neighbor right there, y'all. You know, Pinewood is where my heart is. Don Gibson. Don Gibson is watching from Crooked Island. Welcome, Crooked Island. You know, that's where my father came from. Colonel Hill, Crooked Island. Abaco is in the house. Randy Russell. Jillian Bartlett is also in the house. Say Haiti is having another riot meeting, or we get to that. When I get to the question and answers, you all get there. Marvin Evans in the house. Marvin Evans is in the house. Thank you so much. Long Island is tuned in. That's Ruth Cassandra Adderley from Long Island. Welcome. Natalia Munnings Roll is here, and she's from Freeport. Zenobia Adderley is here. She's also here. Thank you, Zenobia Adderley. Michael Cash is here. Blessings to you too. Autumn Bush. Howdy, Autumn Bush. Jacqueline Williams is from Freeport, tuned in. Cheryl Turner, all the way from Pinewood Gardens. Thank you, Cheryl Turner. See all that water we had to deal with this weekend, but guess what? In the New Bahamas, we're going to actually resolve that problem. I see they're trying to take our idea to do, but I don't think they really know how to do it, so we're going to have to come in and fix that. All right, Stephen Riley from North Andres. Welcome, Stephen. Stephen Riley. I think he used to be a police officer. All right. Starboy Roll is here from Abaco, all the way from Abaco. Abaco is in the house, y'all. Louis Phillips, hello to you. John Roll is tuned in from Freeport. Keanu Nesbitt is from Freeport. Prince Roll is watching from Freeport, Grand Bahama. Fire Trail Road is in the house. That's a Hanaman. Leroy Forbes is tuned in from Miami, Florida. Welcome, Leroy Forbes. Always good to have you. Blackie Chan is in Coral Harbor. Hey, Coral Harbor, how you doing? Did you notice that since we have occupied our crown land in that area, that there's no more forest fires? Did you notice, Mr. Blackie Chan, that you've not woken up to any smog recently? Because the Bahamians have occupied that land, and those who are burning down the forest in that area and making coal in that area, they can't do it anymore because we've been patrolling the area. Have you noticed the difference? So thank God for those Bahamians who decided to take a stand to make sure that Coral Harbor now has clean air. Da Vinci Lobin Russon is tuned in from Carmichael Road. All right, welcome. Tanel Taylor is here. Tavis Bodie says farmland here. Marco City, Brenda Ferguson. Thank you for tuning in, Freeport. Freeport is always here and ready to go. Be coming to Freeport soon. Y'all stay tuned. Geneva Jones. Geneva Jones is tuning in from Pinewood. Thank you, Geneva Jones. Welcome. Cheryl Scott from South Eleuthera is here. Kenroy Lord is here from Freetown. Alonzo Cartwright, all the way from Long Island. Welcome, Mr. Cartwright. No, we love Long Island. We got to make sure we have a candidate for Long Island this time. In fact, we're already talking to a candidate from from Long Island, and we may be ready to go as soon as Adrian Gibson steps down. We're going to be ready to put COI in the house. All right. Michael Lockhart from Pinewood Gardens. Thank you, Michael Lockhart, and welcome. Chantel Majors from South Beach Estate. Kevin Majors, South Beach Estate. South Abaco is in the house. That's Robert Malone. Yes, I can read backwards. God Sands. God Sands is here. Thank you so much. Coconut Grove is in the house. That's D'Amico Bain. Rudy Bethel is all the way from Crooked Island. Boy, we got a lot of Crooked Island here today. Some of y'all in my family. I don't know. We gotta make sure I stay in touch. A lot of Crooked Island is watching. We gotta update us on what's happening in Crooked Island. Melbourne Smith is here all the way from South Andres. South Andres, they say. Eleuthera is in the house. That's Rita Knowles. Exuma is in the house. That's Fonzie Clark. And my mommy is from Exuma, from Rollville and Baratari, down there. So all the Rolls from Exuma, that's my family. That's for people. All right. So we got a lot of generation property down there. Also, Kamal Marsh is here. Welcome, Kamal Marsh. Sharika Outen is from Freeport, 8 Mile Rock. Welcome, Miss Outen. All right. Kizzy Anderson is from Exuma. Welcome, Exuma. So that's where my mummy people from. My mummy was actually one of the local government representatives down there. She was elected as local government representative, and she was actually blind at the time, which was so amazing. I had a father who was crippled, and I had a mother who was blind. She eventually got blind. She wasn't always blind from diabetes, and so but they taught me to never give up and never let anything hold you back, and that's where I get some of my attitude from. So she ran for local government and couldn't see. Everyone knows her from Heaven Sent, a grocery store down there in Rollville. And actually, she changed the name to Heaven Bound eventually. All right. Um, big up Port Howe, Cat Island. Welcome, Cat Island. It's always good to have you all in the house. I love Cat Island. I think Cat Island is a jewel of this country, and it has so much potential. And we're looking forward to doing some things in Cat Island. Houston, Texas is in the house. That's Roy Richardson. Thank you so much for joining. Just taking this time to see where our people are from all over the world. Good evening, Tamalia Wallace Forbes. Pinewood Pool Park is so yes, Pinewood Pool Park is open. Pinewood Water Sports. We can fix it. Don't worry about that. Rico Chances from Freeport is in the house. I see more people in Lutra. Nicholin Bow is here. Lutra, that's Sharita Knowles. Veronica Bain is in West Palm Beach. Welcome, Veronica Bain. Shaki Major is in Miami. So you're from all over the world right now. You're watching, and Bahamians are here. Shaman Ali says, no more fires. Yep, there's been no more forest fires. Wow, isn't that amazing? Who's this? LaDon Russell is from Freeport / Nassau. She's from everywhere. Carmichael Road is in the house. Okay, got to get going now. I see so much more of y'all, but I can't get to you. So much more Abaco and Pinewood and Long Island, and I see Charmaine Pratt. And sorry, I can't get to everyone. We'll get to you next time. But thank you all for being here. It is always a pleasure. Again, so sorry about that video in the beginning, but we wanted to show you a mentality. The video that we played, you heard a woman. She's a PLP troll. She's always on Facebook, and this is not to hit her at all. This is to show you a mentality. Her mentality that she was sharing was that y'all didn't vote for our government, so y'all ain't supposed to get nothing. Only people who vote for this government should get something from the government. That is a mentality of some people. And this is the mentality that has been holding us back for so long. And maybe that is why everything is happening the way it is. You notice what has been happening on the Crown land. We've now shown you proof that PLP generals have said that the plan was to get rid of the people, the non-PLP generals, and then once they get rid of them, then the PLP generals will be allowed to carry on, to come back and do what they have to do. And then we showed you, a few days later, we showed you that same lady Caprio Sanders and her husband Larry, who you heard in the background. And they, you know, they basically have a house, a very large house that they were building in that area. And I think the fellow was Haitian and he was speaking broken English, but it sounded like he said that's a 2-story house that they're building. I don't know, but that's pretty interesting. And so we actually went back out there to look and see what's the update and how the house is going, just to update you. And just to say this to you, we don't have a problem with any Bahamian benefiting from our Crown line. I personally want Caprio and Larry to be able to build their large house on the People's Crown land as Bahamians and be able to benefit. What I don't want is for them to benefit because they are PLP generals, while other persons who are not PLP generals are being cast aside, attacked, called criminals, lied on, defamed, saying that they are trespassing, etc. Beaten down, victimized. That's what I don't want. I don't care if any Bahamian benefits from our Crown land. Bahamian, organic Bahamian benefits from our Crown land. I have a problem with what this corrupt government is doing. I have a problem with what Rain Monroe is doing. I have a problem with what Philip Brave Davis is doing as relates to our Bahamians. Pinlin would not have approved of what Rain Monroe and Philip Brave Davis are doing. But I'm going to show you an update on what's happening with Caprio Dam House. But before we do that, I want to show you even more. Caprio is not the only PLP general back there. There's probably about 50 more. And our investigations have shown us who all of them are. All. Every single one. This is another PLP general whose house you're going to see. This isn't like Caprio that just has a foundation that they're building a big house. This one and set up. This one and been in operation. Got gas tank for the stove. Got water pump. Got everything in the back there. Looking good. Hurricane proof windows. And I'm not talking about a wooden house. I'm talking about a block house. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to see corruption at its best. Because while they said all these things about the regular Bahamians, and guess what? There are PLPs with us. There are people who voted PLP with us. There are people who voted FNM with us. There are people who voted COI with us. This has nothing to do with COI. They keep trying to push this on COI and say Lincoln and his people. They were trying to come on a press conference and make you feel that, oh, Lincoln them cut down over 500 acres. They were literally putting that on us. But see, we don't come and do voice notes and talk. We show you. We bring you proof. We bring you evidence. That's the difference. So please stop sharing the voice notes of these PLP trolls. They're getting paid to do that. And they bill in-house now off of you sharing their voice notes while you could barely pay your rent. Don't share them. Share them. If someone happened to share it to you, send them a message saying, don't share that with me again, and then let it die right there. Because they feel that they own this country, and when their government is in power, they must have everything, and everything belongs to them. That's why I let you hear that voice note. Now watch this. And every time they respond to us, we're going to show you more. Every time they have something to say, we're going to show you more and more and more. Watch this, Bahamas. You can see the beautiful front yard with crops already there. You can see the water tank system with the lock on it. That's a car park there. So a water tank, but also a water pump system behind it, right there, in a little shed with a lock on it. Plus a well. You can see the water pump right there, with the pipes coming from it and going into the house. This is so beautiful. Go in the back of the yard, you're going to see even more.
This is the home of another PLP general, or should I say the secretary of Von Miller. In the back here they have the chicks, the birds, all kind of farming going on. They're actually growing chickens back here. All of these are chicken pens. You can see the chickens there. And this is why they didn't want you to come to the PLP area. They didn't want you to see this. But not only are they building houses, oh, they got goats too. They got goats back here. Small chickens. They growing, they farming. While they calling us illegal. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what the PLPs are allowed to do. Right here, right next to where we are, but they put up no signs in this area. Hey, little goat. Use a PLP too? No? Oh man, he ain't want to hear that. This PLP is about to eat him. And so this is, and as you can see, they have their water tank, their water pump, all the stuff they have going on right here. But they are attacking the others, the non-BLBs. That's what they're doing. So I can knock on the door to see if they're home, because apparently you're only criminally trespassing on Crown land if you are not a PLP. See, I got gas tank for the stove, all that plumbing. Knock on the door to see who was there. So I guess they out. Yeah. So I guess they're out, but this, as you can see, is what the PLPs are allowed to do while the government is going around calling everyone else criminals. This is it. Set up perfectly. Front yard. While they're calling everyone else criminals. The car is in here. That's a old car they have there. Let me look in the old car. Let me make sure you all see this. Alright? Make sure you all see inside the car. Alright? Inside the car. Look at that. PLP. Unbothered, undisturbed. PLP all the way, they say. They got their little eggs and the little egg containers they storing because I guess they getting their eggs from the chicken and selling them. Again, I don't have a problem with Bahamians benefiting. I just have a problem with discrimination, cronyism, and discriminating against Bahamian people.
As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we showed you the face of corruption. You see, like we said, we have no problem, none at all, with any Bahamian benefiting from their natural resources, and land is one of our natural resources. But it is the one they're trying to keep away from us more than any other. This is land, and this is our natural resource. And it is amazing how the illegal immigrant can come and take our land and then have children, and then have the children get the land so that they can later say that, oh, that's Bahamians on the land, or that it's private land, when they know that that's not the full story. They know that. It is amazing how in our country, if you are a political general, there's no law for you, but they are attacking against our constitutional rights. The Constitution does not allow you to discriminate based on political persuasion. You cannot discriminate on me because of my political views. And that is clearly what the government is doing here. When the government brought the media and all their military, etc., they drove right past this and did not turn right there to show the media this. Because it's PLPs. The media avoided the government being Monroe avoided all of these areas like the plague while calling Bahamians criminals. When they knew that their PLPs was the ones who was there and who was the ones clearing down and building. Their PLP generals. But I'll tell you the difference. They was doing this under Minutes. Minutes didn't bring the military in there for them. Minutes didn't go and call all of them criminals. Minutes knew they were PLP generals. They didn't beat them down. They were Bahamians on Crown land. But look at this. You are only a criminal, apparently, if you're not a PLP general. The law is not for everyone. And that is right feet away from where the non-political Bahamians are. Right on the next side of the dirt road. But they avoided that. In fact, if you remember the video where I was following the military, etc., the tank, when we reached right there to the area where the PLPs are, the tank pulled up, the armored vehicle pulled in front of my vehicle and stopped us from going forward. I guess they didn't want us to be able to show. If we had panned to the right, we would have been able to show you, look, that's the PLP area. But they blocked us and caused us to go on the other side of that double road so that you wouldn't be able to see. And they did a scouting trip the day before, so they knew where all of these areas were, and they knew what to avoid, and they knew what to show. These people are demons. This is not what Finland would have approved. This is not what I approve. It's corruption at its highest. Look at them. They got all the tank, the gas tank there with the stove and everything then set up, living. But guess what? All this while they were all over the media calling us criminals. All this while they were blaming us, saying that we cut down 500 acres. They were turning Bahamians on us. And some people were listening to them without any proof of anything. Even though Vaughn Miller came back and said, oh, we don't have no evidence of anything. Because they know the truth. Non-affiliated Bahamians cut down a small percentage of that area. A lot of the area was already cut down and they know it. I've already shown you the Google Maps timeline to show you exactly when it was cut down. So you can see that all of what they were saying were lies. We've shown you evidence of everything we said. Yet people are still sharing these voice notes from these political trolls. Can't believe that. But ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted you to see that because I think that that is important for you to see what's happening in our country and the discrimination that Bahamians are being put through. The discrimination. Whereas PLPs can do whatever they want. PLPs can be there while they lie on the regular Bahamians. They lied. Oh, they are clearing down a protected forest. Lie. And he had to come back and admit that it was a lie. I said, hey, they're lying. It's not protected. It's a It's Crown land. I always investigate everything before I move forward. If I tell you that's Crown land, that's Crown land. They had to come right back and admit that Lincoln is telling the truth. It's just Crown land. It's not a protected forest. These people are evil. But while they demonized us, lied on us, you notice they still ain't reached yet. We're still waiting on them. And then they came around there with this. See Brave David's signature on there? They came around there with this. But they didn't put it on the part where the PLPs are. I want to see this stand up in court. I want to see which court will allow this gross discrimination. That's what I want to see. I want to see that. I want to see if the courts have sold themselves out. That's what I want to see. Where there's clear, gross proof of discrimination, and this is admissible in court because the troll, Dominique Bowe, recorded herself and released it herself. And Brave put this information out there. Public notice to cease and desist the unauthorized entry, trespass, cutting, and clearing of the pine forest, New Providence. What does that mean, Brave? Unauthorized entry? Is the law saying you can't enter into a pine forest? There's a law that says that, Brave? Brave, you deceiving the Bahamian public again? There's a law that says you can't enter the public, the public pine forest. But notice this does not say that this is a pine forest. It should have started by saying this is a pine forest. You say that. And notice what this doesn't say. Anything about Crown land. Didn't they say we trespassing on Crown land? You see any notice saying anything but Crown land? Remember from Vaughan Miller back in the day down to the Attorney General, all them said is we're going to get notice of the cease and desist from trespassing on Crown land. You see it yet? You see the word Crown land in this? Anywhere? These people are evil. And then it went on to show you about cutting down protected trees, because there's a law that you can't cut down protected trees. Nothing about this being a pine forest or this being a protected forest or a conservatory forest or national park. They really think that their lies and intimidation is going to influence us? And I don't understand. This is making them look bad. But they continue like Pharaoh. Every time we come and say, let our people go, they attack us. Brave David set up 2 meetings with us. 2 meetings. He said, okay, I'm going to meet with you on this date. Then when we look, meeting canceled, and then they send police or they send military or they send, like, Brave, you think you can win like that? Because you know you got to kill me, right? You can't just send military in uniform to scare me. You serious? That's your plan? To lie and say, okay, I'm going to meet with you all and then cancel the meeting and send military? Brave, stop listening to these generals. Yeah, I know they will promise land. God should just give them the land. But don't attack other Bahamians who are doing the same thing that your generals were told to do. Y'all told your generals to go and possess the land. And we did the same thing they did because they brought us there and told us that's what they was advised. That's what we know who all they are. Don't make us put out a list. And if any of them denies, then we could go on the land they say is theirs, and then, because they say they ain't there. And so we went back to look at what was going on back there. It was pretty interesting. We went back to look at it. And so even though we came there and we exposed it, you think they checking for y'all? They're government in power.
It's Caprio and Larry's mansion here. They're PLP. You can see we came back out here to check on Caprio and Larry's little mansion that they're building. It's a pretty impressive structure that they're building out here. I think I heard them say that they're going 2 stories, but there was some water got in their foundation. But as you can see, they didn't stop. As you can see, the man said he came to put up steel, and that is exactly what he did. He came to put up steel. So this house right here looks to be about, this is about a little wider than a regular piece of property. This is probably 50 plus feet wide, long, sorry. From here to there, that's probably 50 plus feet long, or even more, because I think each of these things are 10 feet apart, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is about 50 feet long. It's probably about 50 feet long. So this is a really big house. Not many houses are 50 feet long, and so this is probably a duplex. We don't know that, but it's a pretty big structure. And so they continued working. So here they go again. They must know something that we don't know, and they must have some special privilege that the other Bahamians don't have. And this is right behind the other house that I just showed you of that PLP General. All right, that house is right there behind the clearing. And so here you can see all where they cleared. See all back here, and they cleared 5.8 acres, about 6 acres for themselves. And so that's the privilege of being a PLP. Even though the Constitution says you can't discriminate against someone based on their political affiliation, political opinions, or place of origin, Bahamians seem to have been discriminated against. Well, I'll say this: Bahamians are being discriminated against because of their place of origin, because the government officials have not touched the Haitians who are on the other side of this, right across the road from here. I mean, when I say cross road, I mean the dirt road, not Cross Carmichael Road, right next to this. And they've not touched any PLPs who are building and doing whatever they want to do, and clearing and doing everything that they call criminal in this area. So here it is. I think this is cause for deep concern in any democratic society.
If you are a red-blooded Bahamian, this should anger you. Not the fact that they are building. That's Bahamians, man. Caprio and Larry, they Bahamians. And I love how they stick together, husband and wife. He's blind and she stick with him, and he's always right there when she's doing her voice note. He right there behind her supporting her. Even though I disagree with them, I love that they stick together no matter what. I have no problem with any Bahamian, but I have a problem with some Bahamians fighting down other Bahamians, calling other people criminals and saying they need to get locked up when they are actually doing it. I have a problem that government resources being used against their own people to march down their own people. Calling them criminals, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars in our resources to bring military, etc. out there. Just for the benefit of their political cronies. This is not acceptable in any country. And in any country where this had happened, heads would have rolled. Politicians would have gone to jail. Bahamian, we coming. The Bahamian people are coming for what is ours. And y'all could take that to the bank. A new Bahamas is on the horizon. Corruption is on the way out. I see my live is having some issues on Facebook. And by the way, if you're on here, please, if you're on TikTok, go and follow me on TikTok. So once I get 1,000 persons follow me on TikTok, then they'll allow me to start doing lives directly on TikTok, where there will be less interference. All right. So please go and follow me on TikTok, so that we can start doing our lives there also. So we'll be simultaneously simulcasting on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. We do it on all the platforms. I am sick and tired of being treated like garbage just because I'm a Bahamian. They're sick of it. And they know all they've been doing. They ain't just build it. They cleared down, the PLPs, I mean, cleared down the area, burned the area out, and then had their wood moved for coal. Look here.
But I want you to see all around them. So about 5.8 acres has been cleared, right? Right next to their house. So we assume that's theirs, right? So, but the trees all around them have been burnt. This whole area is burnt, and you can see it's burnt intentionally. You see no forest fire, because remember, since we came in the backyard, forest fires stopped. But if you take a close look at in the backyard, the trees around here have been burnt, going all the way back. All these trees you see, if you look, I know it's hard to see it on the camera, but if I walk through there, you will see that all these trees are burnt. All right. Now, if I do a close-up, you will see all these are burnt trees. This whole area was burnt up. All right. Let me close in on it so you can see better. Let me go forward. Some brush go up in the front, that's why you see in green. But if you look carefully, all these trees are brown and burnt up. They fires were set in this area, and it's clearly intentional fires. Intentional fires were set in this area. You can see where they set up right there and burnt in these areas. All these trees are burnt, going all the way back, and right behind this is the lake. Lake Killarney is right behind this, right? And remember, we showed you that this led right to where the Haitians were making the coal. All right, so here you can see trees even pushed down after they were burnt. If you look carefully, you'll see them right down there. So this clearly was intentionally done. And all this place is all burnt up right around where they are. All right, and as you can see, as you can see, that this, for example, is another whole area that's cleared, a whole huge area, and there's no wood. So all of the trees that were on there is gone. I mean, it was taken for coal. Unlike the area where the non-politicized Bahamians are, all of the trees are still right there because we stopped the illegal immigrants from coming. And again, all you can see around here is fire. So clearly they burnt this before they cleared it. See, all of these trees in the back here are burnt out. So they burned this area before they cleared it. You see, and that's what happened. And another part that was cleared, but as you can see, what they do is they burn it first. So all of the trees, etc., are burned out. So they burn it, clear it, And then they have almost like a railroad system. It's not really a railroad system, but there's a road. There's a road that's cut out right in the back here. See the poles that say it's a new day. So these are the poles, because it's a new day area. It's the PLP area that they refuse to show you. See here? The poles say it's a new day. There you go. It's a new day. And this is the road here that leads to the back where we find the coal mine. So they would cut in this area and take everything all the way in the back right there. See, there's two poles here. Both of them say it's a new day. All right, so that's what's really been going on. And as you drive out from this area, all you can see is land that has been cleared. Land that has been cleared. That's all you can see. That's all you can see in this whole area is land that has been cleared. Land that has been cleared. And see here, just the new day area. Land has been cleared. There it is.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you can see we show you everything that we've been saying. And so this fiasco that has happened over the last several months with the government attacking their own people, going to such lengths to lie on their own people, is unheard of in this nation. Even those despotic dictatorships don't do this. If they're going to overthrow you, they just overthrow you, but they're not going to go to this length to do it, because they want to do wrong and appear to still be doing right. They don't want to be embarrassed. They don't want the international community to see that they are victimizing their own people, one, because of corruption, because of the Haitian nationals who wanted to continue burning and making money in that area, and because of their own PLP generals who were there. And they went to so much length to do press conferences. They used the media, and the media, I mean, the media is evil. They just kept talking about illegal clearing and saying stuff that was absolutely defamatory against us. And we ain't still ain't gone in none of them shanty towns yet. Not one. They put out this lie that they were, they went to the Bahamas National Trust area, what do you call it, the Bonefish Pond. Nonsense. They were on Cowpen Road, flagging down persons as they drove past, which they have no right. Immigration has no right to flag you down and ask you nothing on land. If you are coming in at the borders, at a port of entry, they can question you. If you are Bahamian, immigration has no right to ask you anything. So when the immigration officer pulls you over, you tell him to get lost. Not because you have a problem with immigration officers, because they were being used as puppets to push a narrative by Wayne Monroe, who was pushing this narrative because of two of his campaign generals, Dominique Bowe and Ruby Russell. This a new Bahamas, eh? We in them set from back in the day. Time is up and new. I can open this up quickly for calls. So that you can put your piece in there before I go to carbon credit, because there's some stuff you all need to see. I can open this up for calls quickly. So I want you all to call in. Let me hear what you have to say, because they always hear what I have to say and they think it's just me. So they think it's just me. So I want you all to call in and let them know how you feel about this whole thing. That's the number, 557-4158. You can call on regular or on WhatsApp. 557-4158 is the number. Call in. Let them hear how the Bahamian people feels about this. I want them to hear you. And we need more of our people to start calling into the radio stations during the talk shows. Let them hear your voice. Let them hear your dissatisfaction. Many of them, well, almost all of them have blacklisted me for one reason. I speak the truth. They blacklisted us from their talk shows. They don't mind you getting the coverage from the news if it's something that they could spin in a negative way, because they can edit it, but they don't want you on they don't want me on any live show. I'm getting a call now. I'm gonna accept this call. Good day and welcome. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Listen, who approved the building permits for those houses?
Say approve billing. No one approved any billing for PLP channels in that area.
No. So why don't we just simply file a lawsuit against the ministry, and then out to an injunction to make sure that they stop all buildings from being built on those properties illegally?
We have a writ sitting now waiting, you know. We just waiting for them to take action. We waiting for them to make their move. As soon as they make their move, we will deal with what we have to deal with. Again, what we have a problem with is not Bahamians possessing their land, you know. We have a problem with the discrimination of it. That's what we have a problem with. You cannot say that you're going to turn a blind eye, go and talk, but you have this big military action and big military force, but we could drive around where the PLPs are and don't show the media that. We could drive around what's going on, and we could send military back to put up signs, but don't put it up where the PLPs are. That's what we have a problem with.
But my thing is, if you put an injunction in place, that means those persons who got permission through the PLP won't be able to do that what they're doing right now. I mean, everything would stop.
Yes, of course it would. Of course it would. Yeah, I mean, and so, like I said, we have certain things that we already have sitting and waiting. I can't really say it here, but we're waiting for them to make a move. The international community is waiting for them to make a move. So everyone is just sitting and waiting for them to stop farming. And if we break in the law in the back there, if we are trespassing on the land, come deal with it. You can't have people trespassing on the government land. If we are trespassing on the crown land, come deal with us. We are sitting, we are waiting, and we are unafraid. That's our stance.
And one other thing, that house you showed, the house that's near completion, you know, that you showed that in your Haitian house, because, you know, Haitians they like those little yard chicken and things like that.
Yeah, that is in their completion. That's on the outside is browning on they haven't painted, but they look like they're already living in there based on what I'm seeing. That's how it looks.
But I suspect that might be the house of a Haitian national.
No, that's a Bahamian.
Oh, you know, okay.
That's a Bahamian.
All right, man. That's great. Hey, listen, keep up the good work.
Yeah, that's reportedly the house of Vaughn Miller's secretary.
Wow.
I think the stream went down on Facebook. Okay, it's back up. Welcome. How you doing? What do you have to say?
I will vote for you. There's two of us will vote for you. Everything you showed me on the internet just blew my mind and what they made the PLP vote for you. I did. Okay? But what you showed me, I have no choice. As a Bahamian, I have to vote for you. You showed me things that no one else would show us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Good day and welcome. How you doing?
Yes, Mr. Ben, how you doing?
I'm awesome.
Okay, man, listen, I have to call in and say, you know, we as Bahamians, we allowed what's happening to us to happen to us for so long, for the last, 4 decades.
Yeah.
We allow our governments to trample over us. you know, because we sit back and accept them doing this to us. From the casino deal, you know, I watched a live with in Finland when a foreign gentleman asked him if he want full independence. He told him no.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't want full independence. And then they go on ahead and go in Parliament and pass a lot of Bahamians cannot go in the casino to gamble. And we sat back and we allowed it. So we've been conditioned over the years to just be humble and just let them humble on our right. So that's why they just feel that they can continue with the trend, and Bahamians will continue to sit back and allow them to do so.
Wow. That is so true. That is so true. But change is here, bro. Change is here. Bahamians are waking up every day, and it's going to take all of us to spread the word and spread the message. Each one of us have to do it.
Yes, pray to God that the scales of the eyes of the Bahamian people would, you know, fall off. You know, but we're fighting so much things on so many different fronts because, you know, then you have the foreign element. And I think it's a spiritual warfare going on in the Bahamas. I don't think it's flesh and blood. I think it's not man against man. I think it's God against some of these demons, these spirits, and some strongholds in this country, you know. So we have to be prayerful and pray that God break stronghold on the back of some of these evildoers in this country.
Yeah. Thank you, man. All right. Thank you. Thank you for your call, and God bless. So you can call us. The number is there, 557-4158, 557-4158. 557-4158 is the number. So you can call us in. But more and more every day, Bahamians are waking up. We're getting the calls every single day where Bahamians are tired. Bahamians see the nonsense that's going on. While we have a little break, I'm gonna move on, and then I'll take calls again after. Okay, we have one more call. I'll take that. Then we're gonna move on to carbon credits. Good afternoon. How you doing?
Good afternoon. Hello.
Yes, welcome.
Well, thanks. I'm just calling to congratulate you on a job well done. Thank you for standing up for us Bahamians. I have no interest. I mean, like, I'm not a crown land owner or anything like that, but I just like what you're doing, and I'm following, and I am behind you 100%.
Thank you so much. God bless you. We can bring the change that this country needs.
Amen.
Amen. Right. All right. See you later. All right. So Bahamians are tired. They're fed up. We're seeing it. People are calling us. People are, from everywhere, from all walks of life. People are saying that they are part of the FNM, they're part of the PLP, but they can't know this stuff now and keep doing the same nonsense. How do you continue with the same nonsense? And you heard what what's his name? Wayne Monroe said. He said, listen, we do what we have to do, and if you don't like it, you vote us out in 5 years. That's their mentality, that you can't touch them for 5 years. And by then, they would have made so much money that they could take a break for 5 years and spend that money and wait for them to come back in the next 5 years. That's their mentality. The FNM will take over. They'll put on a little show, make it seem like they, fight against each other. And then they enjoy their money. Because this is a lot of work. Being in government is a lot of work. So they want to enjoy their money. So they want to make their money for 5 years, take a break for 5 years, spend it, then go make some more, then take another break. And by then, many of them, y'all are paying them a salary for the rest of their lives because they did 2 terms. This is what's been going on. Y'all been getting swing, but it's time to end that. All right. So y'all make it a point to go on TikTok. Make it a point to go on and the Tingham app. So all of these videos I'm going to be putting on the Tingham app because there's no one who's going to take it down. Even TikTok has some restrictions. All right. So we're going to put them on the Tingham app. Now, okay. We got another call. Let me take this call and then we're going to talk about carbon credits. Y'all got to hear this. Good afternoon and welcome. All right. So we're going to put them on the Tingham app. Good afternoon. Okay. Hi. You can turn your audio down.
Okay, hold on a second.
Hi, how you doing?
This is Julian.
Hey, Julian.
Okay, it's down. Can you hear me now? Hold on a second.
No, it's not down. It's going to cause a feedback.
All right. Lincoln, this is
Yeah.
Julian Bartlett from the Bahamas to Bahamas. Now, we support you 100%.
Thank you.
Okay? Enough is enough. Order is still order in the Bahamas, and we don't see that this government here is big on keeping order. It doesn't matter who you are, whether you are a Bahamian or migrant or whomever you are. Order is still order, and this is what we need in the Bahamas right now. For too long, they keep saying, "Oh, you know, Bahamas corrupt, anything goes," but that's not all of us. And we need to send a clear message to this government that we will no longer sit back and just take it. I also wanted to say, yesterday it was reported in the news, and you're probably going to see it or talk about it, but Haiti is still having problems. When are they going to have an election so they can take care of the people? We can't keep this up. It's a tax drain. They're now having a riot, burning their country down again. And that means we're going to have a mass exodus coming from Haiti again. That means there's going to be more tax drain and more pull on our taxes, helping them. We can't help them.
Let me correct you with something. We're not going to have a mass exodus coming here again. The mass exodus has never stopped since this government has taken power. It has not stopped. They are flooding the Bahamas. They are landing. They're not being caught. All right? And they're landing. You can see it in Abaco. You can see it in Lucha. You can see it in Andres. It's happening every single day. But it's not being covered by the media because the media are not there. And people just don't realize that we're being flooded, okay, through corruption. And I want you to notice also that the expatriations have stopped. You see them putting anyone on Bahamas Air lately?
Nope.
Nope.
The influx came on June 24th or June 25th. They're still coming.
Yes. All right. Thank you for your call. We appreciate it.
We keep it up because we support this. We are not going to stop. They don't ever stop coming, and we're never going to stop agitating until they deal with this.
Yeah.
Thank you for all you've done so far. All right?
All right. Sounds good. Thank you. That's Jillian Bartlett from Bahamas for Bahamians. And she just let me know that they support us. Listen, this is time for all of the organizations to come together. One thing that you can say about the PLP and FNM is they know how to come together. They're factions. Even within their parties, they have factions and groups, and they have different people. But at the end of the day, they know how to come together for the common cause. And for them, it's to make that money. It's to control the Bahamian people. They know how, in the last minute, to come together. They'll fight. Look at Minnis and Loretta. They fought for 4 years. Ingram and Minnis. They fought for 4 years. Brent Simonet was a part of trying to get rid of Minnis. They fought him down for 4 years, and then at the last hour, they came together for the sake of winning the election. For all of our third-party leaders out there, for all of our third-party members out there, because some of the leaders have sold their souls to the devil. But to those members, it's time to join an organization that is showing you that they are willing to stand up and fight for the Bahamian people. An organization that is not going to back off because election is gone and then show up right before election. It's time to stand with us as Bahamians. It's time to stand with us and make the Bahamas great again. That sounds cliche now, but there was a time when people heard that you were from the Bahamas, it was a big deal. When you landed in Miami and you went in the stores downtown and you told them you're from the Bahamas, that was a big deal. I mean, you were special. They served you, oh, this Bahamians, oh, come. They treated you special. It was something special to be a Bahamian. They traveled all over the world in the 80s. By the time I was 11, I had gone to Australia singing. I'd gone to Australia, Hawaii, and New Zealand, and all over America. I traveled the world. It was something special to be a Bahamian. We had that little passport, and that's when we used to have indefinite visas. I had an indefinite visa in my passport from the Bahamas. Indefinite visa. We don't have them no more. I want to make the Bahamas great again. And I'm not looking for followers. I'm looking for my fellow Bahamians who are willing to stand with me to make this Bahamas great again. I preached for the last couple of years about carbon credits and how it could transform this nation. The government realized that they couldn't hide it anymore. Just like with the treasure, they started talking about that also. It's trillions of dollars worth of treasure in our water. Now you heard the Minister of Works come out and confess that our carbon credits, well, the carbon credit market is worth $33 trillion. And we are the vanguard of that, he says. And we got the good stuff. We got the blue carbon credits, the most valuable of them all. The valuable carbon. We got so much in this country, but yet they are holding us back. They're choking us. Because we keep falling for their little promises and their little $50 in a t-shirt. Talk to your family members. You must convince them. I can't convince your family member. It's your job. It is your civic duty to save this nation. We have one objective, to make our Bahamians benefit from what is ours. Now they're talking about all the things we are talking about, but not to let you benefit because they want to keep you a slave. We will not be slaves in this country. We must wise up and rise up, Bahamas. We must rise up. Wise up and rise up. Or it's going to be gone. I want you to hear from the Prime Minister what he plans to do with our carbon credits. What the Prime Minister plans to do with our carbon credits, I have to be straight with you. It's nothing short of criminal. It is economic genocide. It is beyond evil what they plan to do with our carbon credits. This is a new form of income, a new resource that we never had before. Which means we was doing without this. Then why can't you give this new resource directly to the Bahamian people? Through direct benefits. No, I don't want you building no school with this. You got your taxes. That's what you've been building the schools out of. Build schools out of taxes. I don't want you building roads out of this. You've been building roads because that's how you're always getting money in your pockets. All right? That's what the taxes are dealing with. Don't take our carbon credits money and build no roads. No, we don't want you to build no hospital with this. The taxes been paying for that. We want to benefit directly from our natural resource. In Bahamas, we got to stand up. They keep taking advantage of us because we don't do nothing, man. We just keep letting them rape us and rob us and getting away with it. When is enough going to be enough? I mean, they're now talking about trillions of dollars in value, in possible value. But we ain't getting nothing. And remember, I told you all, that's what Brave told me before election. I don't ever tell you anything that is not true. He told me we cannot let Bahamians benefit from nothing. He told me that out of his own mouth. Now I'm going to play a couple of clips from him. I don't know which one is first and which isn't. But I'm just going to play them. And we're going to discuss this. And then I'm going to show you the truth and reality. On our carbon credits and treasures alone, every Bahamian is a millionaire. Now, you could continue making politicians millionaires and their cronies, or you can rise up as a Bahamian people and let's do what Dubai did, let's do what Qatar did, let's do what Norway did, and make every Bahamian a millionaire.
The group has already completed its scientific research on the first plot of seagrass, which measures 5,000 square kilometers, and is set to submit these findings to Environmental Verification Group, VERA, for verification. Of the 3 proposals received, Beneath the Waves also offered the most attractive management fee of 15% for its end-to-end solution. So we are working with a world-class team of experts at a very attractive rate compared to the alternatives. They have also proposed that the government own 49% of the Bahamas-based management company, Carbon Management Limited, with 2% being held by local NGOs. I want to be clear. This heads of agreement ensures that the government not only receives 85% of any potential revenue, but we also receive 49% of the management company's downstream revenue from fees and any other revenue derived by the management company by the sale of carbon credits in what we call the secondary markets. To restate that point in another way, the government will directly receive 85% of the initial revenue generated. But the revenue earning potential does not end there. The government will also jointly own 49% of the management company itself, in conjunction with Beneath the Waves and local NGOs, and will be entitled to its share of revenues from activities related to that enterprise. This management company, for example, Madam Speaker, will be able to offer services to other jurisdictions. For example, I think Minister Sears, who comes second, could speak about those other opportunities. Essentially, the government is vertically integrated in all revenue streams in the primary and secondary capital markets, thereby maximizing any financial benefit for the people of the Bahamas. This kind of agreement and the level of government equity participation is unprecedented in the Bahamas. This is how the New Day government works on behalf of the Bahamian people.
People literally tapped on the table after hearing that they're going to give away 15% of the ownership of our carbon credits, blue carbon credits, starting with the seagrass, to a company. 15%, when this is not the norm. You don't have to give $1. You don't have to give not 1%. That's not how this works. They're finding a way to give this away. And then they're saying that they're going to give, because they're saying 2 ridiculous numbers, that they gave away 51% of the company. 51% of the company to a foreign entity. Why would you give away 51% to a foreign entity, and they say two NGOs, 1% each, I guess, and then give the government 49%, but the people get nothing again. And they are clapping on the table while they stab us in the back. Again, every Bahamian can be a millionaire from our carbon credits. The government don't need this money. We need this money. The government is sleeping on the streets. We sleeping on the streets. The government is sleeping in their cars on the beaches. We sleeping in our cars on the beaches. The government isn't getting evicted from any building. We are getting evicted from our houses, from our stores. We are being treated like trash in our own country. Again, they're robbing us. And people are shouting PLP all the way. Wake up, Bahamas. We can be proud Bahamians who don't have to depend on anyone. But if you don't fight for it, you don't deserve to have it. Let brave them take it, because they can take it. There's more brave.
I want the Bahamian people to understand what a novel undertaking this is. Carbon credits themselves are a relatively new concept for the world, with 2021 being a year of increased interest and growth for carbon markets. This is something that most of the world has just started paying major attention to in the past year. If carbon credits are considered fairly new, then the notion of blue carbon credits is brand new. The Bahamas will be the first country to put all the pieces together in terms of getting our marine resources valued as carbon sinks and monetizing that value in the carbon markets. No other country can lay claim to that feat.
While they slap on the table, that is a bold-faced lie in the pits of hell. People have been participating in the blue carbon market for many, many years. I'm going to show you that. I don't understand why these people feel that they need to keep lying to us and making it feel like they're doing something. Everything they're talking about already exists. But keep listening.
Madam Speaker, our greatness is on display for the world. I also want the Bahamian people to be aware of how exciting this development is. We are talking about a high-growth global market that is still in its infancy, but is projected globally to be worth possibly a few $100 billion by 2050. The Bahamian government had a duty to ensure that it does not miss out on this opportunity for revenue generation and that we claim our piece of the pie. In fact, we ensured that we got in early to maximize our revenue earning potential. We will be the first in line when it comes to blue carbon credits. Madam Speaker, in January of this year, the Cabinet first established a committee.
Did that man just say the potential on this is worth hundreds of billions of dollars? He didn't say that. He didn't say that. That the government had a duty to capitalize on this? No, it seems like the government had a duty to say that Lincoln Bain was selling dreams. Did that man just say the potential on that alone? The blue carbon. That ain't counting your trees. and the other carbon yet. Because we got 700 islands. That ain't counting the trees and all these islands. The man just said hundreds of billions of dollars. But we can sit right down and let them rip this from under us and say, oh, let's just wait 5 years and then we could vote them out. It could be gone. They could put so much stuff in place to make sure that if you try to take it back from them, there's a penalty of billions of dollars that you don't want to pay. And if you pay it, they could benefit anyway. What Brave Davis is doing is evil. What some more?
Before the end of this debate. Madam Speaker, we are now focused on the way forward. First of all, we should note that this is an emerging market and there's a certain degree of uncertainty, which is normal when you are an early participant in a market. A lot of the rules in relation to the sale of carbon credits are still being settled, and we expect to have a clearer picture before COP27 in Egypt later this year. Here's what we do know. Here's what we do. We have the legislative and regulatory framework in place to trade carbon credits. With the passing of this bill, we can establish an exchange on which to trade our credits and any other carbon credits from around the world. To complete mapping and verification of our seagrass meadows will likely take 5 to 7 years. It is a complex and detailed process, and we can initially map and verify about 3 to 4 plots a year. 3, the capital required to map and verify the entire blue carbon assets in the Bahamas will be in the region of $50 to $60 million. Just to map it and then have them verified. Raising these funds will be the responsibility of the Carbon Management Limited, not the government, which, as stated, will still be owned 49% by the government and 2% by NGOs, and the remainder owned by the Beneath the Waves group, which includes Bahamian participation.
Did you just hear what this right honorable idiot just said? And I'm saying that because this is serious. The Bahamas is about to lose in a major way. Billions of dollars is about to be flitted out of this country. And so I have to speak in strong terms. And if you have a problem in that, then so be it. But you must be an idiot if the expense is $50 to $60 million, which I do not believe it is, but if the expense is $50 to $60 million for you to make billions of dollars, but you're going to let some foreign company put up that money so that they get 51%? Okay, $40 million is what y'all say y'all gonna spend on the prison. I would say hold off on the prison for 1 year. Let's put up that $50, $60 million. And then when the carbon credits money roll in the next month, build the prison. Now, I might just be crazy. $50, $60 million ain't nothing for y'all. Take that from NIB. Since y'all want to take from NIB, take that from NIB so that we can make billions and distribute it to the Bahamian people and get rid of NIB. We don't need that. Let that go. Let all of us get our sovereign wealth fund checks every year. But then you heard the man say, oh, but this is going to take 5 to 7 years to map it out. That is a lie from the pits of hell. Only if you have a company that don't really know what they're doing. But I can show you all the company in a minute.
Every 5 years, each plot must be re-verified. And we'll go through the same verification process as it did 5 years earlier. So the verification is a continuous and ongoing to ensure that the seagrass, meadows, and our other blue carbon assets have not been negatively impacted.
So you have to re-verify every 5 years, which is true. But it could take you 5 to 7 years to verify. But every 5 years you have to verify. Something isn't adding up. Because every 5 years you have to verify the whole thing, not 1 or 2 plots. I can let you all figure that one out.
We'll also dedicate a sizable portion of whatever funds are collected to the protection of our environment and creating a sustainable future for generations of Bahamians. Madam Speaker, we are conducting this process at the highest levels of integrity, responsibility, and scientific rigor. As noted earlier this year, we have already received offers to purchase our blue carbon credits. But they just want to buy our credits. And then it'll be out of our hands. We're not doing that. We are keeping our credits. Right? We can trade them on the market, and you can participate either in the primary or secondary market in the sale of our, and that's how we do it in the New Day. We're going to keep our local assets. That's what we do in the Bahamas. Okay. In the New Day. Thanks. I want to note that while we are inclined towards innovation, we're also committed to building this opportunity out the right way. We'll engage the carbon markets when the appropriate legislative and regulatory framework is in place.
Okay. I'm sorry for making you all go through that. Listening to that gentleman is like sitting down and watching paint dry. They don't know what they're doing. They don't understand carbon credits in the carbon credit market. And they're trying to make sure that we don't benefit from this or anything in this country. Now, he's talking nonsense about giving this thing over to a management company and letting the management company do this and that and the next thing, and giving them 51% plus 15% with all these numbers they call in, when they don't have to do any of that. They are wholesalers. They are persons who you can supply on the market with your carbon credits. They can do all the work and you supply them. You're the supplier. You sell it to them, they resell it. You put it on the market, they do what they have to do. But we are the source. So I'm sorry, to make this work, I have to really take this down and show you my computer screen in order for you to really see how this works. A quick Google would show you how many different management options there are, different management companies that are actually in this business, that are respected in this business. I'm going to just switch my camera over for a sec so that you can see my screen. A quick Google would show you all of them, all right? I'm doing this just to show you how to do the research, because this is research that we've done for quite some time now. All right. A quick Google will show you, if you Google carbon credits management companies, there's so many of them. So many of them. All right. There's so much different carbon credit programs, uh, management services. I mean, there's so much. You can buy, you can sell, you can, I mean, there's so much. Everything is already set up. They've been doing this for years. And so everything is right there. All right. Now, what I'm going to show you, there's a couple of companies, like you can go to this company. This company here does it. It's Carbon Credit Capital. And this is a company that deals with this kinds of stuff. They deal with the offsets, the solutions. They deal with this. And, you know, we don't have to give them not $1 percentage. All right. They sell the packages, they buy them and they sell them. There's flight offsets. So for the flight offsets, persons can buy them for $14. For the individual offsets, they can buy them. And for saving the rainforest. All right. So all of this is here about carbon credit capital. So everything is right there. So this is a company they could have gone through, was in the business, they did not give away anything. Another company here, 3 degrees. Go up there. All right. And so there's another such company. There's a lot of this, you know, out there. And so there's different things that you can get involved with, where you have carbon credits where there's no storage, landfill, methane capture. We have a landfill, so there's carbon credits there. Oh, wow. Methane avoidance, at dairy farm, improve cook stoves. They have everything. Potential short-term storage, improve forest management, avoid deforestation, wetlands, restoration, short-term storage, afforestation and reforestation, regenerative agriculture. We talked about that. Long-term storage, direct air capture, bioenergy, carbon capture and storage, mineralization, carbon removal. So all of this stuff is already out there. And our government looks like they kind of lost. They don't really know what's going on. And so the next one is very popular, gold standard. Everyone knows about them. They have already done 119 million tons, all right, of CO2 reduced, $28 billion of shared value credit. This is one company. One company. One company. They're on 2,300 projects over 98 countries. Gold Standard is one of the premier companies in this. So I could see why the government might want to avoid them if they want to do anything sideways. Because Gold Standard is really one of the top of the top. They went to COP 26 also, etc. So there's a lot of stuff here. I'm showing you this so you can go and do your own research. I don't encourage sheeps or slaves. I encourage lions. So here you can look and see how this thing works, so the government can't lie and deceive you, because they know we just don't really know what's going on as a people. All right. So there's a lot of stuff. Gold Standard is a company that would come and they would evaluate your whatever you're using, your mangroves, your forests. They will measure them. They will do everything. And this does not take 5 to 7 years. I don't understand what Brave they're talking about. It's absolute garbage. Now here. So I'm going to show you now the company that Braves I'm talking about, right? So this is the company here. It's called Beneath the Waves. You heard him say that, Beneath the Waves. That's the company that they're going to be giving our stuff to. All right. Now you're talking, they're saying that they're going to give $60 million, or they're going to be responsible for the $60 million, etc. And now you're talking about a multi-billion-dollar industry. This company has never operated on that level before. Ever. All right. So this their financials. So I look at their 2021 financials, and I'll go straight to the numbers. Hold on, let me pull that up. Hold on, let's go to their financials. Oh, where we went. Sorry, gotta go back. Got off the page. Oh my God, where we gone? All right, hold on. Gotta go back to the financials. Hold on one sec. But this is their company. All right, so they normally look at sharks and that kind of stuff and whatever. So this their financials. Let me go to it. So let me go to the money page. So, you know, they observe sharks and they do that kind of stuff. They do some neat stuff. I like the company actually. But I'm going to go straight to the financials. So we're talking about carbon credit stuff. I mean, they really do marine observations. They make sure to protect the sharks and the turtles and that kind of stuff. They observe the seagrass, that's true. But okay, here's the financials. So total revenue they have had so far has been the donations and gifts is 80%, and that is 1.7 million. Sponsorships is 332,000. Grants 88,000. So total revenue 2021 was 2.1 million. Now again, we're talking about 50, 60 million. All right, we look back to see if they ever even manage this kind of money. All right, so here, so there's the expenses. So the expenses were 2.176 million, and their revenue was 2.187 million, right? And so they get money from quite a bit of different places. It's on their website. You can go see it. But it includes us. So here, Bahamas, Department of Marine Resources. It's interesting. Very interesting. So let's go to another one. Let's look at the year before, which was 2020. Let me go straight back to the money page. Let's go to the money page. So yeah, they do a lot of diving with the sharks and that kind of stuff. They've been operating here, and we love what they're doing. No problem with that. But this company like Gold Standard and other companies has been in this carbon credit market, etc., trading for a little while. So the year before, their revenue from donations and grants was 519,000. Sponsorships were 544,000. So they dealt with about $1 million there, and the expenses were 827,000. All right. So it caused them, their fundraising expenses was 125,000. Right. Professional services 184,000. Program services 393,000. I don't know what that means. General administration 123,000. And charitable contributions, they gave out $500. All right. So interesting. So I just want you to see what we're about to get involved with. Let me go back to the money page again. It's 2019. Okay. A lot of water. So here, so they deal with, you know, $1 million or so dollars, just over that, etc. So I just wanted you to see that. All right. I just wanted you to see that because it's extremely interesting. So I'm going to show you some other stuff right now. to show you why we didn't have to do any of this nonsense. There's a system already out there set up that we could just use. But of course, it looks like our leaders don't really know what they're doing as it relates to this. And so as a people, we're going to have some issues. All right. So I want to show you a couple of videos for those who want this education. Is right here. I'm gonna show you these videos. Carbon credits. This market, everything is already going on. This has been going on for quite some time. The video I'm about to show you is from 2020. There are African nations already using their mangroves to benefit little villages, to where the village gets certain expenses to cover things like water and healthcare, and people to patrol the mangroves, make sure they're safe, etc. They're already doing this. So a village making $60,000 a year, because they don't have as much mangrove as us. They just got some little mangrove on the water or whatever. But they're already making money from it and spending that money and making the people benefit from it. So watch this. This is going to educate you a little bit.
Mangroves are evolutionary marvels. They're a critical part of most tropical oceanic ecosystems.
But they're rapidly disappearing. One coastal community in southern Kenya has found a pioneering way to protect their mangroves, turning the tide on its dwindling forest by harnessing one of the mangrove's most impressive superpowers, kept hidden deep underground. It's early morning, and some of the residents of Gazi Bay are making their way deep into the heart of a mangrove forest. They're here to conduct a health check on this dense ecosystem.
Let's go there. Oh, that is still rocky. Let's look for a spot here.
Lillian is a lead scientist.
That's some real mangroves. That's the ones that grow up tall. That's not just like the little small little mangrove plants that we have. This some big mangroves.
Who works with the local community.
The forest cover, what do you think, guys? I think 80 to 100%.
Mangroves grow along tropical coastlines, and they're the only type of tree to thrive in saltwater.
Where we are can be a bit deceiving. You might assume we are in a normal terrestrial forest, but the tides influence this place.
The team has until noon to carry out its checks before the forest floor floods with water. The mangroves of Gazi Bay stretch out over 615 hectares. But today, the team is only concentrating on one small patch.
They are setting out a 10 by 10 plot.
They're checking the biomass of the trees and for signs of new growth.
That's about 7, 8, about 9 meters.
Mangroves are important for the health of the ocean. The nutrient-rich, sheltered water provides nursery habitats for numerous marine species.
Another very important aspect we look at is the biodiversity. So when we come to the forest, we want to see how many crabs do we have? Are they with?
All trees need carbon dioxide to grow. As they absorb it from the atmosphere, carbon becomes locked within the tree's leaves, branches, and roots. Parts of the tree eventually fall off into the soil where they decompose, releasing some of their CO2 back into the atmosphere. But mangroves are different. Their tangled network of roots traps this carbon-rich plant material in their waterlogged soil, sealing it off from the atmosphere. This vault of carbon can remain secure for millennia, as long as the mangrove forests remain intact. But here's where the problem lies. Barely half the world's original mangroves remain.
Mangroves are being lost around the world because of human impact. Local people who depend on their mangrove ecosystems are very well aware of how important they are. However, the challenge is to find means of conserving them, particularly to find income that will fund conservation. Many people in the area where we work are extremely poor, and that means relatively small amounts of money can make a major difference to their lives.
Mark and a group of scientists decided to join forces with the local communities of Gazi Bay to create a pioneering approach to protect the mangrove forest.
Mikoko Pamoja, which means mangroves together in Swahili, is the world's first community-based mangrove conservation project that's funded by the sale of carbon credits.
Wonderful.
Wait, hold on,
When
wait. I thought Brave said that they were going to be the first. It looks like Brave lied. This is from 2020. All right. They're trying to make it seem like they're doing something so great and so revolutionary. But they're not. There are other countries that have been doing this. All right. And so I just wanted you to see that. I'll continue just a couple minutes more.
Analyze for the organic matter and in turn the organic carbon in this soil. It's a good indicator of how much we continue to capture. So the mangroves do a lot of this in capturing and storing organic matter within their soils. We convert the biomass to carbon and we're able to tell you how much carbon we have.
This forest stores around 1,500 tons of carbon per hectare.
This again is further converted to the carbon dioxide equivalents, which are traded in the markets.
They're selling.
So it's not just the plant itself, it is actually the ground, because the plant puts the carbon in the ground and the organic matter holds it down. And so you benefit from all of this. And this is stuff that they're not considering or thinking about. But this is how powerful the blue carbon credits are, because they take it out of this, out of the atmosphere, and they don't just leave it in the leaves where it goes back in. They put it in the ground and it stays there. This is the very valuable carbon credits. This is the good stuff. Watch this.
This mangrove forest's ability to sequester carbon on what is known as the voluntary carbon credit market. Individuals and industries all create carbon emissions, especially in rich countries. To try to counter the damaging effect, people can calculate how many tons of carbon they emit and offset this by paying carbon capture initiatives, like planting trees, that can remove carbon from the atmosphere. It sounds simple, but it's far from perfect. Critics of carbon. The Mikoko Pamoja project is verified to sell over 2,000 carbon credits each year. This corresponds to the extra carbon storage and sequestration their conservation ensures. Over the past 5 years, this has earned the surrounding villages more than $60,000, which the community has spent on clean water sources and supplies for the local clinic and schools, as well as forest rangers who guard this precious resource. And the initiative is reaping benefits for some of those who work on the ocean too.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted you to see that, because sometimes, Bahamas need to hear something from somewhere else. What you just witnessed is them talking about the carbon credits with the mangroves alone. Just the mangroves. Other countries are doing this. The mangroves is also blue carbon credits. And so based on the mangroves, that's African villages making money with the little bit of mangroves that they have. They're making money that, you heard all the things it pays for. It pays for not only security to watch and guard to make sure no one is harvesting the mangroves, etc. It's paying for other things like healthcare and water and all these other things. That's what they're doing. And so no, they're not getting a check in their hands, but they're getting other benefits. This has been happening now for years. And so other countries are benefiting from this. And as you do more research, you're going to realize that they are paying for windmills, for electricity, and all kind of stuff that's going on with the carbon credits. And so this is not a new concept. And so there are countries that have been doing this. How can these African countries have been ahead of us on this? And we are the ocean city. We are the water world. We are the marine city. And so the marine kingdom, that's what we are. We are more water than land. But we're just getting there. But the problem I have with this is that They just don't want us to benefit. You heard the Minister of Natural Resources before the election was talking in the House of Assembly about the billions of dollars in our limestone that's taken every year by one company, and we get nothing. Do you hear his mouth now? What happened to that? You heard the Attorney General say last year that foreign companies are making billions and billions of dollars off of our flora and fauna, but we're getting nothing. We get nothing from the limestone, nothing from the aragonite, nothing from and that's from the cosmetic industry alone that the Attorney General was talking about. They're making billions of dollars, and we get nothing. Our treasure is coming out of this country, and we are getting nothing. Bahamas, you can keep voting to make politicians rich, or you can vote for yourself this time. You can vote for your children this time. You can vote for a better Bahamas this time. You could vote to make the Bahamas great again. You could vote to make Bahamians great again. They are robbing us blind. We're going to send a letter to the Prime Minister, letting him know that we want to benefit from our carbon credits. They are playing with us. How could you give away 51% of our carbon credits? For what? Do you see what the African villages are doing? They haven't given away anything to anyone. They're just benefiting from the small amount of mangroves they have. They don't have the vast amount of mangroves that we have. Or the vast amount. We have the largest amount of seagrass in the world. Anywhere in the world. No one even comes close. We are worth billions and billions yearly in carbon credits alone. But we are sitting down and letting them rape and rob us again. Bahamas, I don't know about you, but we got to do something about this. We got to say something about this. We got to do something about this. This is making no sense. And so I just want to say that this message is going to be suppressed. But you gotta share this message. When they go live talking about their carbon credits, you gotta go on there, comment, tell them that our eyes are open. We're not fooled. We want to benefit. Why are you giving away our carbon credits? For what purpose are you doing that? No company is going to give you $50 to $60 million, invest that kind of money, if they ain't going to be making some big money. Why would you let them invest that when we can do it ourselves? Something fishy is going on. And we got to stand up. Every Bahamian can be a billionaire. But y'all keep falling for the tricks of these politicians, for the nonsense of their political trolls. We got to stand up. All right? So I'm going to open the phone lines one more time before we have to go. If you have any questions about carbon credits, how it works, how do you feel about the government giving away 51% of our carbon credits? How do you feel about that? And they do it in your face. See, they learned a new way to steal. Once they say it in the House of Assembly, you can't say nothing. It's not fraud. They told you, and you did nothing. How do you feel about the government? So the PLP had a problem with Ingram giving away the majority, 51% of a telco, but they ain't got no problem giving away 51% of the value of our carbon credits, of our seagrass, of our mangroves, of our trees. Y'all can fall for this? We can't fall for this, y'all. We can't. They sodomizing us. And they taking turns doing it. They raping and robbing us. But we sitting down and doing nothing. We got to stand up. We got to stand up. And we got to do something. All right? So stay tuned. The number for you to call is 577-4158. 577-4158. Let me hear how you feel about this. Let me see if there's any Bahamians. Let the government hear what you say. They always hear my voice. Let the government hear how you feel about this. 557-4158. The number is right there. How do you feel about this whole thing? This is new money. You heard the minister last week of work saying this thing is worth $33 trillion. $33 trillion. Go to the phone. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Hi, Lincoln. I'm watching you from Fort Lauderdale.
Thank you so much.
I am so grateful. I've been following you, I mean, for months now, from you started to run in the last election.
Thank you.
But my question is this. You're saying that we need to do something. How can we stop the Prime Minister then from signing this deal now? We can't wait for another election because then the deal would have already been signed. What can we do like today to get his attention to not go through with dealing with this company and signing on to this deal?
Well,
what can we do?
As a people, we have to stand up. We're going to give the Bahamian people a chance to stand up against this. We're going to give them a chance. It's only up to them is whether the Bahamian people stand up or not. That's why the first thing we have to do is educate them. All right? There's more. The year they're going to COPE 27, and after that they're gonna have to put some things in place. So we think we have a few months before they actually put it through. We don't know that because these governments will tend to sign some stuff and then you don't know they already signed it. You know, so that is the danger. So we're going to put some stuff in place. We have to organize the Bahamian people to make sure that they can see our voice. We're gonna do it. So make sure you participate in it. All right.
I definitely will, but we have to start setting up some type of marches and meeting in front of Parliament on each island if we have to, just to let them know we are aware of what it is that they're trying to do.
Yes, definitely. And this is a rape and robbery like we've never seen before.
Right. And then where are the ministers that are representing each of these constituencies? They're not saying anything. And then the F&M part of it, where are they?
The F&M has no credibility.
They're saying nothing.
Yeah. Remember, they are the oligarchs also. They are the main oligarchs.
Oh my God.
You know, if they get back in, it's going to be even worse.
And I can tell you, just like you said, when it comes to the press, and in the Bahamas, they ask no question, nothing serious. They don't report. They don't follow up. It is crazy. We don't have a press corps in the Bahamas, really.
No. But thank you for the call.
What are they afraid of?
Well,
thank you,
they're
Lincoln. I'll
sold out.
continue to follow.
Okay, then we lost that call. We're going to go to another one. Good afternoon. How you doing?
Good afternoon. I'm good. Yourself, sir?
I am awesome, man. Let them hear you.
Yes. My name is Fawn Clark. I'm just calling because, for my time and period of voting and all of this is like, so what I see today, we really do need change in the Bahamas because both governments, what I see so far, have been raping and robbing us straight through. And it comes to a point in time that every Bahamian should stand up, open their eyes, and really realize what's going on. Because in my lifetime, what I'm pushing for and wanting, longing to see, both PLP and FNM out sitting down and someone inside who's fighting for us as Bahamians to empower us and better our country.
Yeah.
You know, it's very sad and it's sickening to see all of the underhand deals that they're doing and been doing. And nothing is benefiting us. All they're doing is putting more bills and bills and bills on us. And really, the way I look at it is like they really don't care about us. They only care about us probably a year, 2 years into the election. And after that, that's it.
Yeah.
It's only benefiting them.
Yeah.
You know, it's time now. We really need to stand up as Bahamians and change this because it's going on too far. We have to look at our future for our kids, for their kids, and our generation to come, you know.
Yeah,
definitely. It's far overdue now. I really hope every Bahamian is really sitting down and taking this into consideration, seriously, because we need change.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, man. Appreciate your call. 557-4195, 557-4195. Oh, wow. I think we are out of time. I'm just seeing what time it is. We're out of time. I normally try not to go over 2 hours. But I think we're out of time. We've shown you, we've educated you. There's so much more that we could show you. I want you to see something. They're getting that African village. They did $60,000 that year, and they said they did about 2,000 carbon credits. So they don't have a big amount like we do. So they just did 2,000 credits of six, and they made $60,000. That's $30 per credit that they made. So that's some big money that comes from nowhere. That's free money from a tree just sitting there. All right. So I just missed a call. You can just call right back. We just missed that call. You can call back. So 557-4158. Call right back. That's some big money. That's a minute amount of money we can make from our carbon credits. Can you imagine you making $30 from a tree just sitting there? Can you imagine that? When you drive in Andres and you see all of the pine trees, you can make money from each of those. Welcome and good day.
How you doing, sir?
I am awesome. Let them hear you.
Wonderful. Now listen, what you're saying, it don't make sense what the government proposing to do. Because if you could potentially make billions of dollars or even $1 billion you could make off of this thing, right, for 5 years, why would you want to borrow $50 million or $60 million from a company, whereas the government could forego that expense itself, and we don't have to give anybody no percentage of our natural resources, and we could deal with that ourselves. It don't make, it's like we lack common sense.
This is what's been going on for many years in this country. Nothing makes sense.
But Mr. Bain, it don't make sense because, okay, it has potentially saying trillions of dollars, right? So let's break it down and say we get $1-2 billion from it for the 5-year period. Why would we want to give away 51% because we borrow 50 million or 60 million? And this company, what you showed, don't have no money. Where they get the money from? From 2019, 2020, 2021, they were scrapping.
Yeah.
They were scrapping $1 and $2 million. Where they get or $60 million from? Because they invest and then the government, 51%. Man, this sounds like a scam.
Well, they're not going to get it. And if they get it, they're probably going to be a front. And I don't know anything negative about this company. They do legit work on the ocean. But it's probably going to be a front to where, some of probably Braves people can put up the money.
Hey, looking at the track record, it has to be a front or something because they've been dealing with $1 and $2 million for 2-3 years. They wasn't dealing with those $50 and $60 million. Where they can get it from?
Your volume is going down.
No, I'm saying where they can get $50, $60 million from, and they've been in the last year or two.
So, for example, what Brave can do is he can say, okay, Frankie Wilton, I need you to get your crew together, and you all get this $50-60 million. You and Sebastian and them get together, and you're going to own the majority percentage of this company. And but we could put these fellas out there with the white face. We could put them in the front.
So we can get to do with the Reaganites and everything.
Yes.
Again.
Yes.
My God, have mercy on this country.
All right. We'll take another call. Thank you for calling. All right. Thank you, man. Oh, we missed the call. You can call us right back. That's 557-4158. So yeah, sorry, 577-4158. The number is on the screen. You can call us right back. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is what's about to happen. And you heard Brave say, oh, there's going to be some payment involvement. That is what I suspect. Welcome. I am awesome, man. Let them hear you.
Hey, listen, man. That $60 million is being talked about. You got to qualify that, man. Is that really and truly the case?
That is not the case. Based on all the research that I've been doing, it will not cause anywhere near that to quantify our natural resources, our seagrass.
So clearly, this is just something that they're putting in there that cause the Bahamians to believe that they need to distribute 51% to these foreign entities.
Yes.
Right?
And
I mean, so, you know, these fellas always scheming, man. They always have some scheme that they got going on.
Yeah.
You know? And because I don't see why in that little country that you just showed just now.
Village.
You know, there's a
village. The whole country, there's a village.
Yeah, because it's probably they have just probably a little portion that has mangrove, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't pay no big money. They don't have no big money to spend.
No.
But you know, we got the government saying we got to put out $60 million. And even if we had to put out $60 million, why can't we use our Bahamian people to do whatever needs to be done to save everyone? We have, you know, everything could be done by Bahamians. We have Bahamian divers.
Yeah.
Who can go around and look at seagrass, and who can go around and look at mangroves? We can do it ourselves and present it.
Yeah.
Why do we need them to do that?
We don't need them, but this is the plot. They are doing everything to make sure that we cannot benefit from our natural resources. First, they said that I was selling dreams. Now they realize that other countries would have been talking about this. They can't hide it anymore, but they're just making sure we as a people cannot benefit. We got to stand up and fight.
And they just never give you credit for bringing that to the Bahamian people. You know?
Of course they won't.
Never give you credit for that.
They won't.
You know, because I never heard about I never heard most of the things that you brought to attention, reference to natural resources. I've never heard those things prior to you coming out saying these things.
Now, I don't care for them to give me credit, you know. You know what I care for? Just let us benefit. They could take all the credit, but just give us our sovereign wealth fund and let us benefit. And listen, they don't have to ever call my name. Yeah. I'd be good.
But you know, I mean, like I said earlier, I think we need to be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
And I say aggressive.
As a people, we do.
If you see what they're doing, don't wait for what they can do next. We need to just let's figure out what we believe they're going to do next, and that's simply file lawsuits to prevent those things from happening.
Yeah.
You know, I think
we got a lot of work ahead of us, and we're going to encourage Bahamians to support us. We can't do this on our own. Support us with your presence, support us financially, support us morally, support us in the barbershops and the hairdressers. When people are talking, they're not educated. So you got to tune in on the Sundays, tune in on the Tuesdays, hear what's going on and support us.
I think your ability to collect contributions, I think that need to be out there a little bit more louder. I don't even hear it, you know?
Yeah, you can go to our website at any time. coalitionofindependence.com, and you can contribute right there. It goes directly to Coalition of Independence.
All right, man.
All right, thank you. All right. All right, so we were getting some calls, but I only can take one call at a time. So you can call in 557-4158. So yes, you can go to coalitionofindependence.com, right on our page. We have something there about the farmland, and after that, you will see where you can donate to Coalition of Independence. We got to fight this battle. There's a lot of court cases, there's research, there's all kind of stuff that we have to do. We need your support. All right, we need your support. And so to make this happen, you can't just say you support with your mouth. I don't care if it's $5. Obama won an election with dollar sponsorships, $5 sponsorships. You got to make this happen. And take another call. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Calling on the show, Mr. Ben. To me, it don't make no sense what this government is planning on doing, this so-called New Day government is giving away 51% of our carbon credits. How much does that calculate to? Billions or hundreds of millions of dollars per annum?
Billions. The Prime Minister says that the potential is hundreds of billions of dollars.
I mean, it sounds like to me, I don't think they're that stupid or ignorant or dumb. It sounds like to me that they are setting up a little slush fund account for themselves abroad. I mean, because you can't be that stupid. And because why is it that you got to give it to a foreign company? There are companies here. We have marine biologists here. We have qualified behemoths here, but they want to go and have this. You want to give it away? Even if you get a foreign company to do it, as you say, you don't have to give them a penny. But why is it you want to give 51%? Why is it that we always, come on, I don't think they're that stupid. I mean, I know they're stupid in a lot of ways, and I call them that. But why not do the right thing that the behemoths could benefit from it? It seems like they're setting up something for them to benefit from it.
Let me help you with that. Why give them a percentage of anything? Pay them. If you want to get some fellas to go down there and verify the seagrass, pay them.
Exactly.
I don't care if it costs $60 million. Pay them.
Exactly. That's
as simple as that.
Exactly. Then giving away billions of dollars and 51% of our carbon credits, and we got the best stuff. We got the best aragonite, the best sand. We got the best carbon credits, and we got. I understand some years ago, before this administration was in, even before the minister administration was in, they were saying salt flats, like where the bonefishes be in the mud and like in the flats, like some 12 or 15 billion dollars in Andros alone.
Yeah.
I know I trying to be correct on that. I'm trying to remember.
Our mangroves are worth $15 billion.
Right, alone, and this was some years ago. I think it's probably even worth more now. But they're not managing the Bahamas right, and that's why we are in the mess we in with the debt we in. We don't even need to be in the Bahamas. Supposed to be the Dubai of the Caribbean.
Yeah. So let me take this other call. I appreciate your call, man.
All right, thanks a lot, and continue the good work.
All right, you too. Welcome. Good day, welcome.
Yes,
how you doing?
I'm great.
Awesome, let them hear you.
Mr. Bean, I'm tired. I'm ready to storm Rawson Square and take my country back. It's been too long. We have to stop the bleeding some way, somehow, Mr. Bean. This is how I truly feel. I truly feel like it's time for us to take this country back. Just give us the date to pull up. Please. All we need to do is set a date together, and I truly believe, truly believe we are ready to take this country back.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel.
All right, well, Bahamians are waking up, and I think it's time. And so this thank you for your call. Billions more are going to be raped from us when every single Bahamian could be a millionaire. Am I still selling dreams? Good day, welcome.
Good day, Mr. President.
How you doing, man?
All is well, man. Just to piggyback of what the previous caller just said. Yeah, I get my sleeping bag, my long pants and my shoes, my long sleeve. I ready to sleep in the square.
Awesome.
Whenever you said the day, I ready.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thank you, man. Yeah, I think Bahamians are waking up everywhere we go. The food stores, the grocery store, the gas station, everywhere we go, people are talking. People want to see change. And so someone on here says that the 100K is a joke. Yes, it is. I told you all, I'll get to it in a minute. Let me take a call. Good day, welcome. Good day and welcome. I'm right here, man. How you doing? Same here, man.
Listen, they taking the millions and the billions, and they even taking the small money, man. I just want to piggyback on the bank. If you put $1,000 in the bank, Mr. Ben, they charge you $5 to put it in. They charge you $5 to take it out. What more they can do to the people, man?
Wow.
You know what I mean? I mean, these institutions, I figured someone should speak on behalf of the people when it comes to these banks, man. All of these banks are basically doing the same thing to us. And, it's almost like they showing us that they don't need our money.
Yeah.
Right? And then when they get our money, they treat us like dog, and then we can't even get. I mean, we got people here in Freeport been waiting almost 3 years trying to get a mortgage. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And I mean, these people are paying their mortgage and they can't get a mortgage.
Wow. Wow.
You know what I mean? So we need these things to be addressed now. Not tomorrow. We need these to be addressed now, man. And I want to say thank you and your team for such an awesome job you're doing. Because let me tell you something. Even the children in school opening up their eyes.
Yep.
You know, like I say, we can touch you. So just hold firm and, you know, don't let nothing stop you, man. You know, just keep the team going.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. All right. Next call. Good day and welcome. Okay, we missed that. That was a call from Texas. We had another one from Fort Lauderdale a minute ago. You can call us back. Okay, this is another Texas, a different Texas number. Good afternoon and welcome. Okay, we lost that. That one dropped. There's someone trying to call in from Texas. You can call us back, 557-4158, 577-4158. That is the number. And so you can call in and let us know, let them know how you feel. All right. Listen, this money is ours. It belongs to all Bahamians. And they just don't want to empower you because they want you to depend on them. That's what all this is about. Good day, welcome.
Good day, Mr. President. How are you?
I am awesome. How you doing?
I'm good. This is Mona Lisa Smith.
Hey, Mona Lisa.
I am happy. It gives me goosebumps that my Bahamian people are finally opening up and realizing that what you were talking was truth.
Yeah.
You know, they really thought that you were selling a dream. And now that they see that, hey, that $100,000 was just a joke. And it was only sugarcoating it because, see, my Bahamian people have to know their worth.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always of the impression, if you know your worth, you would not settle for less.
Exactly.
And because you open their eyes, they can see themselves. I always tell people, I give them an illustration. If you're making $1,000 a week, why not shoot for making $1,000 a day?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you can see yourself being a millionaire.
Yes.
But because we live in a capitalism system where everything is programmed that you are not worth anything, people have to change their mindset. The Bible said, be transformed by the renewing of their mind. And I always call myself a millionaire, although I'm not there yet. And I don't feel that anyone should think less of themselves.
Yes.
The one thing that irks me that this New Day government says to Bahamian people, that we're looking out for the small man. That's an insult.
Yeah.
Do not call me the small man. So what they're saying is, you're the small man. We're up here. We can give you a little crumb.
Exactly.
And you be satisfied with that. But okay, at the end of the day, we are going to take the millions. No. We have the most natural resources in the world.
Yes,
and
we
we're
do.
not benefiting from any of them.
Yeah.
Not at all. So
all right. We got a couple more people trying to call in. Let me get to them.
There. Okay.
But thank you so much. I appreciate your call.
All right.
All right. Good day and welcome.
Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, Mr. Ben. I like what you and your team doing. It's a good thing. We need to get the Bahamas. We need to get the Bahamas in our hand because what's going on right now? We need to get out there like today. We need to get out there.
Yes. Yes.
Because right now, we can see what's going on in this Bahamas. The politicians, them, they only care for themselves. Every deal they pull is for them and not the Bahamas.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we got to wake up. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right.
All right, man. Definitely. I saw a couple more calls from Texas and Fort Lauderdale, etc., trying to come in. I saw one from Green Turtle Key trying to come in. You can call us back now. Yeah, we're going a little extra because we want them to hear your voice. We want them to hear from the Bahamian people. We want them to see that Bahamian people are fed up. And so that's why I'm going over and letting you make these calls, you know, because we got to fight for this. All right. And so like I was saying before, please support us. You can go to our website, coalitionofindependence.com, and right on our front page, you can see where you can make donations to us. All right. Please go there and make a donation. Help us out. All right. We got to make this happen. So we got another call coming in. Good day and welcome.
Good day, Mr. Ben. How you doing, sir?
I am awesome, man. How you doing?
All right. This is Driver from Grand Bahama.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, man. I feel it's time now the Bahamian people will rise up and possess this land, because far too long Bahamian people has been in poverty state here, especially in Grand Bahama. Our hospital, it's deplorable. They just renovated that. But if you go inside in the emergency area, it's deplorable how they have our people, our senior citizens in that hospital there. And we need a new hospital in Grand Bahama like ASAP. So we call in all Grand Bahamians to rise up as we have a protest or a press conference. We're going to have there at the hospital sometime next week because we calling on the Minister of Health to come and address the situation at our hospital in Grand Bahama.
Okay,
so I'll put that out on there, yeah.
All right, keep me informed so I can make sure that the whole Bahamas knows what's going on.
All right, sir.
All right, thank you, man. See, Green Turtle Key was trying to call in again. You can call in right now while the line is clear, because I can only take one at a time. You can call in now. That's 577-4158. We got to rise up, Bahamas. We got to wake up and we got to rise up. It's going to take all of us to get this done, but we can do it. We can break the paradigm. We can shift the paradigm in this country if we stand together. We can make a difference in this country if we stand together. We need your support. We need your support. We need your help to get this done. So if you have information on any corruption that's going on in this country, please let us know. Whatever information you have. We have a lot of information that we are going through now at government facilities. And Green Turtle Key again. Hold one sec. Good day and welcome.
Hey, yeah, soldier, what you saying?
I am awesome, man. How you doing?
Well, I ain't doing that. You understand me? I still living in a house with no door, no window, and I can't get no help from no one. I try to help myself. I didn't wait for every big project. This Bahamas had every big one. Atlantic, South Ocean, Bimini Bay, Emerald Bay, Mushaki, Bucky, all of them I didn't work. I paid 48 years on national insurance. You know what I mean? And they tell me they can't do nothing for me because I had 52 payments. It's sickening, man. It's sickening. We need now to pick up guns and ammunition and go behind these niggas, man. We need to go at them. Brentham and Tony Myers, all of them, we need to go at them, man. These young boys, them, brand new shooting and killing up one another. They need to start going at these niggas, man, who got this country in trouble. You see? These man, them got this country in trouble. You understand me? 48 years I didn't pay national insurance and get 48 years. And these people tell me I have been 52 payments, so I couldn't collect nothing. They ain't help me with nothing, Lincoln. Nothing. You hear what I say?
Yeah.
You hear what I say?
Yeah.
I contribute. Now they trying to tell me I got to wait another 2 years to get something. But what I didn't put there, I could have built an airport with the money I didn't get there.
Now I'll say this: your money went to good use because it went to buying some mansions that was probably owned by some political cronies and some other scandalous stuff. So your money went to good use to buy some vacant properties and derelict buildings and other scandalous things. It went to helping foreigners open up their companies in our country. So they can't have money for you and to build up the foreigners and to build up the politicians. So you got to choose.
Lincoln, when you look at fellas like me, who done been to the whole jail for access and all of that, right? I get old. I have my little grandchildren and things to deal with now. All right, so I got to be calm. You understand? But somebody is going to stand up against these folly niggas, man. Somebody is going to, If somebody going to have the courage to go at these niggas, man. You see, because if we stay here just talking and ain't doing nothing, man, let's form this gadget, man. Let's get together and go and Rossins can roll these niggas out.
Yeah.
Trying to roll them out, Lincoln, we can't play no more,
No, we can't.
You getting old, You getting old. I done old. Okay? I done old. Ain't no more time to play these niggas if we want our grandchildren to survive and our great-grandchildren to survive in this judgment country. Buddy. We need to stop talking, Lincoln. I thought he had to talk.
I agree.
Let's form this thing and let's roll these niggas out, man. I show the United States is the border. I show that we need to get these niggas out, man. We have this nigga going to do that, they going to do now. They going to give away the little what we got in San Diego. Huh? You got people hungry, boy. You got people hungry, boy. You see, if you see how I live it, if you say, I ain't got no running water. I ain't got no light, no door, no window, boy. You hear they saying? You don't hear they saying it.
Wow.
Huh? And they going to work every week just to try buy food, just to buy something to eat.
Wow.
You understand me? And these people around here riding the big short car of my national insurance money. You think I won't hurt them?
Yeah.
I ain't scared of jail, you know, but there ain't gonna be no more jail for a nigga like me to be the grave. They got to kill me. And if you kill me, I got enough people out there who will get your family one by one. Drop them down. That's my traps.
Thanks for your call, man. Thanks for your call, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know, we have been given a lot of files from government ministries. And so we are currently running investigations on corruption, et cetera, and we're looking through all of these. We've been doing a lot of investigations. About to show you something in a minute. Good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, Lincoln. This is Crystal from Abaco.
Hey, Crystal Williams, the national hero in Abaco.
Great to hear from you.
It's always great to hear from you.
What bothers me extremely is our government can give away our carbon copy credits of 51%, but you can't renegotiate terms of high mortgage rates so that Bahamians can actually keep their homes.
Wow.
We push outsiders, and the reason we push outsiders is because they can never push back. So if we keep our people at a level where they have nothing, then we can actually keep our foot on their throats.
Exactly.
But I'm glad to see that Bahamians are now understanding that the paradigm shift that we live in has been the way it is because we are powerful people. But the only way our power comes is in our numbers and by standing together.
Yeah.
So I want to encourage the Bahamian people to get out and register, because your vote is your voice. And then after you've already registered, then you make your demands on how things are going to go in your country. Thank you.
Thank you. We always appreciate it. Crystal Williams does a lot of good work in Abaco, and she keeps us informed on what's happening in Abaco. And so it's people like that who's going to bring the change. I was wishing she could have run last time. It's people like that we need in the House of Assembly. That's the only way we're going to keep it in check. You know, I'm going to take this off. I want you just to see a little snippet of some stuff we're dealing with. We're looking through a lot of stuff. I just want you to see a little snippet because we ain't playing with them. We got everything. We got everything from BEC. Well, I started to show you that even before election. We got everything from, when I was showing you all the checks, everything BEC was spending money on. We got everything from water and sewage. We got everything. All right. And so we're not playing with them. You see here, just curious. We just going through a lot of documents, me and Maria and volunteers, research team, etc. We just going through a lot of documents. And so this is one document we got from water and sewage. And this is shortlisted contractors list from a few years ago. And if you look at this contractors list, you will see that many of them are foreigners. This is a shortlisted contractors list, which means, listen, you just straight. All right. And this was under the previous PLP. And so you had TSG Water Resources. So if you know anything, you have anything about them, send it in. And so that's Anton Austin was on there. Water Makers Inc. And of course, this is a Florida company. It's a Florida company. And we're going to be doing research on all these people. There's another one, Aqua Designs Bahamas Limited. So that's a Bahamas company. But next, we had another Florida company, Matrix, a division of Aquachem. So it's another shortlisted company. That means they could just get, contracts just like that at the time. Consolidated Water was another one of them. Remember, that is the one that charges all us need to make water and sell it back to us. I don't understand why we got to outsource for that. BSL is City in Sandyport. And another one, I went down too far. Another one, Seven Seas Water Corporation. All right, Seven Seas Water Corporation. All right, so this is a short list of 7 companies, 3 of them are foreign companies. All right, 3 of them are foreign companies. And so, why do we need that when we have Bahamian companies who can do this kind of stuff? Yeah, and we have quite a bit of documents here. We have a lot of invoices. Here, this is an invoice from Apex. Remember the fellow who, they have a court case with him now. We're not discussing the court case, but yeah, see Apex. This is they got a lot of contracts. So this one here is. So we have all the invoices, we have all the contracts, we have everything. So this half a million dollars. Furnish and install 6-inch pipes, all kind of stuff going on here. Furnish and install 4-inch pipes. So that's some of what they're dealing with. Let me see. Let me keep looking. Hold on. Let me go to this one here. All right, that's $271,000 here. All right. Keep going. Let's keep going. So another contract, another invoice. These are big invoices. This is another $500,000 right here. Another $500,000. So these are, I have all of the transactions from Pinewood, work that they did in Pinewood Gardens. We have all of those transactions. Yeah. So in Pinewood, they spent a lot of money. There's millions of dollars. There's 2-point-something million dollars right here. Original contract value is 2.4 million. Payment due is 107,000 at the time. And so there's a lot of transactions. And so they paid a lot of money. Furnish and install 4-inch DR 18 PVC pipe. That's $500,000 in Pinewood. I don't know where y'all did that. And furnish and install 6-inch pipes. That's $274,000. So there's a lot of work and a lot of stuff we're going through. We need to know what's up with all this. We need Bahamians to get more involved. It's another 407,000 there. 2 million here and there. There's a lot of stuff going on. And we're putting in the research and we are putting in this. We have investigative teams all over this stuff. And we just put it like this. We got everything. All right. So where there has been corruption, we are going to dig it out. All right. Wherever there has been corruption, we're gonna uncover it. All right. So wherever there's been corruption. So there's a lot here that has been investigative team has pulled up. There's all of the stuff with Bahama, every transaction. There's so much of this. There's tens of thousands of documents that we're going through. From you name it. There's tens of documents, and we're going to update you on everything that's been happening. BC, water and sewage, et cetera, and we're going to start releasing these piece by piece. We're going to start releasing these on our Freedom of Information Act page on our website. So this is what we're working on now. And we thank everyone who volunteers to make sure we can help get certain stuff done. But there's a lot of information here, and I'm not showing you everything as we're gonna do it. I got CPMH is here, Grand Bahama, the Bogue. There's so much stuff here, it's mind blowing. All right. Oh my God, all kind of letters. We got everything. So we're going to go through this information, and we believe this information belongs to the public. And so we're going to make sure that you know what's going on. So we'll see if they come and try to shut us down and try to stop us from releasing certain information. But we got everything. All right? We got everything. So, oh my God. Even all the bids, every bid they've had, we can see everything. All right? So I'm going to leave that right there for now. But just know there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. There will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. We got to save our country. Our country is in serious despair. And if we don't do something, that's it. It's all we got. So it's going to take your help. We need your assistance. We need your assistance in any way you can. And that's with information. That's with helping us sort out the information. That's with financial assistance. There's a lot that's going to go into taking this country back, but we're willing to put up the work to get it done. So like we said, you can go to our website. You can go to our website, and you can pull up the website for you so you can see it. Pull up the website now so you can see it. There you go. Website. And so this is our website. That's our website. And you can go to our website and you can simply scroll. And as you scroll, there's a story there about the farmland if you want to assist there. But just go down and you'll see here where you can pay your dues if you're a member, or you can donate. So just click on that donate button, and you can send your money directly to the organization. As you can see, if you're a member, you can see that we account every single month, like clockwork. We account for every dollar in and every dollar out. We don't mess around when it comes to that. I don't deal with any of the funds of the organization. I'm not even on the bank account. I'm the leader. I'm not on the bank account. I'm not a signatory. And so we deal with this properly. All right. So we want to thank all of you who have been supporting us and getting this done. All right. This is an amazing challenge, but we're going to change this country. I see a new Bahamas. A new Bahamas is right here. It's right at our fingertips. Please show your support in every single way you can. Get the message out there. Talk to persons. Whenever you go there, talk to persons. You know, they don't know a lot of this information, so you can't blame them. All of us were caught in that trap at one time. But we gotta switch our thinking. All right, we gotta transform our country. Our only ambition is to make our Bahamian people benefit from our natural resources, to make our Bahamian people first and number one in this country. They do not want you to benefit. Brave Davis does not want you to benefit. And that's why they're talking this nonsense and giving away the carbon credits. We got to stand up and we got to fight. You got to stand with us. They open that they can break us between now and the next 4 years. They can discourage us. They can send people in our organization, just cause problems. Remember all these things you're going to see. Cause problems, stir up problems, make it seem like we're unstable. Try to set up someone to lie. Let me tell you something. Let me just get this straight. I will never commit suicide. Ever. So if you ever see a situation where they say, oh, he committed suicide, impossible. That will never happen. Ever. I could have half of my body down an alligator throat, and I ain't giving up. I could pull all his guts out. I could kill him from on the inside. I don't give up. I could be in the lion mouth. I could poke him in his eye. So if they tell you I commit some suicide, lies. If they tell you that they find drugs in my car, lies. If they tell you they find drugs in my house, lies. I ain't got no time for that. I into the New Bahamas right now. If they tell you I rape a woman or sexually assault a woman, lies. I am so serious about the New Bahamas. I will give up sex for the rest of my life to see the Bahamas where it's supposed to be. I am serious about the New Bahamas. And I can see it is right there. I look over the horizon and I can see it right there. We are so close. Brave is the last of the Mohicans, the last of that old crew. We are so close, Bahamas. Y'all, let's stand up and fight. They're going to say all manner of things about me. They're going to put out voice notes that said, oh, Lincoln joined the PLP. Oh, Lincoln take a job from Brave. They can tell you, listen, don't ever let me see you calling me to ask me if that's so. Don't let them distract you all with nonsense. If they didn't take a job from Brave, tell them produce the job letter. Produce the contract. This ain't the old Bahamas, where you just go, let's just put a voice note and say some stuff with Lincoln and confuse everyone. That's the old way. All right, this is the New Bahamas. Y'all stay focused. We could transform the lives of all Bahamians. And I know this was a long one today, but I'm still here because I believe in you. I'm asking you to believe in me as I fight for you. Let's stand up. Let's organize. Let's structure. Volunteer. Join the organization. Join us. Become a part of the branch. Become a part of the members. Let's get structured. Let's get organized. And let's take this country back. Every word I've said to you has been the truth. In 2 decades of fighting and 2 decades of educating the people, calling their names and calling them out, not once have they been able to sue me or arrest me for telling anything that is false. Not once in 2 decades. And I always call names. I don't describe them. I call names. Many other persons have been arrested for false information. Many other persons have been sued. They've not done that, not even once. And so let's stand up and let's fight. Let's make this happen. I will not say anything to you unless I've investigated it properly. And if I ever make a mistake, I will be the first to come and say, hey, that was a mistake. Let's move on. But you can trust that if I tell you they find a ship with $1 billion worth of treasure on it, it is true. Everything I've said, no matter how grand it sounded, has turned out to be true. Now it's time for you. I took all of the insults. I took them saying that I lied, no one believing. The media shut me off. Only reason they shut me off, you know why? They don't want you to know. We got 5,000 ships, shipwrecks, with over $1 billion each. But they saying we broke. Last thing. The Davis administration was talking about how much money we gotta pay. By September or so, we gotta pay a couple $1 billion. Right after that, we gotta pay a couple $1 billion more. We have billions of dollars that we have to pay, that we have to meet. You notice they wasn't checking? I told y'all, they done sell this country out. They've already made deals in principle. They done sell the country out. That's why they wasn't worrying. Other countries will say, okay, we got to find $2 billion by September. They've been pulling their hair out, raising taxes, doing all kind of stuff. No. They done selling us out. And it's a short-term solution. Like you saw what happened in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka was doing the same thing. They was using China to to buy the country out. And people was happy because they was getting little jobs and little stuff was going on, little projects, and they felt good in Sri Lanka. And then their debt came crashing down on them. They was born from Peter to pay Paul. And their country was destroyed. These fellas, listen to the words that's coming out of my mouth, because foreign investors have been having conversations with me. These fellas are selling us out every day. Every time Chester Cooper shakes a hand, a part of our country is gone. Every time Brave David shakes a hand, a part of our country is gone. Chester is quietly selling this country out. Who is benefiting under the table? It's a question you need to ask yourself. They're trying to find a way to silence me before more of the information comes out. Because they already have the media on lock. The other third parties are gone. They already have them on lock. They're going to try to rise one or two of them up just so there's an alternative to me, and try to get someone and make him more middle of the road than me. That's what they're talking about right now, trying to raise up one of the same persons who have already sold their soul. But they've already silenced everyone except me and Maria Doxson, except the Coalition of Independents. They are gravely concerned. They've shut down the media on us, but they are shocked that so many people are still listening. Go to the Tingamap, download it. I'm going to be putting videos on there. Documents I'm going to be putting on there. Some of these documents I'm going to put straight on the Tingamap. Get the Tingamap and check it regularly. Post on there. You don't have to just post political stuff. You can post it just like Facebook. All right? Same as Facebook. Post whatever's going on with you. You're feeling good. You had something good to eat. Post on there. You don't have to post just political stuff on there. It's a Tingamap. It's a social media app. Just go on there and post your heart to your heart content. We're going to be putting some stuff on there. Tingam and TikTok. I'm going to be on TikTok a lot more now. I'm going to put short videos up there so that you can see what's going on. Go on TikTok. Please go and follow me on TikTok so that we can start going live on there, so that when Facebook goes crazy, we're still up on another platform. All right. And soon Tingam will be able to do lives. Tingam, I will also be able to make calls and video calls and the kind of stuff, all those stuff also. We'll probably launch that next week. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, it's going to take all of us. Obama made it, even though they said it was impossible, because of social media. On social media, on the internet, he was able to raise funds to do what he has to do. We have to raise funds to do what we have to do. We can't do this on our own. All right. And so he was able to do it. Donald Trump, the media was trying to shut him out, so he went to Twitter. They said, oh, you shouldn't be on Twitter so much. It doesn't look professional. He had to do what he had to do. And so I got to use Facebook. I got to use social media. We got to use social media. Get the word out. Get the message out. Remember, some of your people are on Facebook. Share them the YouTube link. So we're going to be everywhere. We're going to be fully connected, and we're working on some other stuff. So please, we need your support. A lot of what we do is extremely expensive. Please support us. All right. So show us some love. So we did over 3 hours today. We didn't intend to, but we did over 3 hours today. I want to thank all of you for tuning in. I want to thank all of you for being here. I see 1,000 of comments. Take some time to share. All right, take some time to share. Leanne DeVoe said, Lincoln, just don't dance. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. Listen, I just want you all to hear this. I have children that I love. All right. I have a daughter that I really love. She doesn't live with me. And we did some stuff during the lockdown virtually. I played Roblox with her every day, with them every day. It's a virtual world. I don't know if your kids playing it, but I played with them. You know, listen, I got to know what's going on in the world, including the virtual world. I got to see what's happening. So I'm always going to be on the cuffs of what's happening. So I actually play that with her. It's a real virtual world. You can go get a job in there. You can buy a house. You can build a house. I deliver pizzas in there. They live in a real virtual world. And I do that with her. I also do TikTok with her. We would do TikTok. She would be where she is. I'll be where I is. And we'll do TikToks together. Sometimes we'll do TikToks where she's on her account, I'm on my account, or I'll sign on to her account and do it from on her account. And that's how we did it. We did dance challenges. And that's what I do. Let me tell you something. I'm a girl dad because I have a girl, and I love her. And no one is going to tell me that I can't dance with my daughter. All right? When I'm gone, she could be singing that song, Dance with My Father again. I can dance with my daughter. Let me tell you something. I can show you videos. She like gymnastics. I out there teaching her gymnastics. You could see videos of me teaching her a backflip, how to do the splits. Yeah, I could do the splits, but from martial arts, not from gymnastics. And I'm teaching her how to do the splits, teaching her how to backflip, do all these stuff. And if you see a video of me doing cheerleading with her, yeah, daddy like to cheerlead with his daughter. All right. And so I'm going to teach her. She wants to do cheerleading now too, including gymnastics, and I'm going to be there. All right. And I think every father should do the same. If she needs to learn a cheerleading routine, I can learn that with her and we can do that together. So if you don't like that, so be it. If that's unpresidential, so be it. She comes first. All right. And so that's what I love. All right. And so I'll do whatever it takes for my son, my daughter, whatever it takes. And so I'm encouraging more and more persons to do the same. All right. Fathers, spend time because life is short, man. I'm seeing so much debts lately. Life is short. And you got to live this life. I've lived 10 lives in this one lifetime. Enjoyed every minute of my life. But there's going to be a day that my children won't have me. I've been fighting for y'all for over 2 decades now. I give this election thing another run. But my children getting up there, so I got to pay some attention to them. I'm trying to save this country for them as much as I'm saving it for y'all. All I need to do is stand with me, and we can change this country. We can have a country that your children can come back home to. I'm saddened every time I hear a parent tell me my child going away to college and they say they ain't coming back. We are losing our children. We are breaking up our families. We're breaking up our homes. Only because we have not built a country that they can come back home to. And all it takes is a government that believes in its people and that will fight for their people. That's all it takes. It don't take you to be smart, have all this experience, and it don't take none of that. Just a government that's going to put things in place for their people. I am telling you right now, if we were the government right now, you would have already been benefiting from your carbon credits. Right now. Wouldn't have been no hustling. That bill you worrying about will coming up next week. Or in 2 weeks, end of the month. No more hustling for Bahamians. Foreigners, yeah. And foreigners who come here to work for us, yeah. But for us, no. We are royal, and we are royalty. We would have already been benefiting from our treasure. We have already been benefiting from our natural resources. I said a year because I had to say something believable, because people just couldn't understand the level that this was on. But just a signature could make us get $15 billion from our carbon credits. I said that before election, and I say it again. One signature could make us get $15 billion from our carbon credits. One signature. That is $100,000 for every organic Bahamian adult. That ain't all of our carbon credits. That isn't all of our natural resources. That's just some. That's not the business opportunities that we would have as a country. Harnessing the sun and selling that extra energy to our neighbors. Go on our website. All of the plans are right there. Y'all, please spread the word. I see the new Bahamas. It's coming and it's here. Come with me. Fight with me. Stand with me. And we will have a new country. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. We are being robbed again. Go out and spread the word. Make sure that everyone knows what's going on. Education is where you start. Information is where it starts. So go ahead and spread the word. Brave Davis is doing what I told you he would do before election, making sure the Bahamians don't benefit. All right? Making sure we don't benefit. This is criminal. This is wrong. We got to change this. They are fighting us in every way that we could benefit. Look at how they're fighting us over the land. They're fighting to make sure we don't benefit from the carbon credits. You know, raping and robbing national insurance. But they won't tell you what they spend and what they got in. They're wicked, even though the law says that they're supposed to. Yep, the law. Thank you all for tuning in. Going to see you again probably on Tuesday. And so in the meantime, go out, educate yourselves, screen record our recordings and send it out there. Go to our website. Information is there on our different plans for different areas. We're going to start putting more of them up there. You don't want to put it out too early because the PLP just taking it and they're going to mangle it. They don't know what to do with it, but they're just desperate for plans. We need you to spread the word. Everyone grab certain people and just target them. Just stick on them. Like how Grammy used to stick on you and tell you, you know, you don't vote PLP, come on my house. Stick on them. Educate them. Show them what's going on. They're going to say we're selling dreams. They're going to say all kind of things about me. They're going to say things about Maria. She's the devil. You know, I'm the devil. She's a crook. I'm a crook. They can say all kind of things. All right. But let's stay focused. Let's stay focused. All right. One day, I guess I'll be as good and as saved as Philip Brave Davis. You know, I guess I should try for that. You know, maybe he is perfect. But I don't think so. I have one agenda, and my heart is in one place: to see the Bahamas great again. Thank all of you all for tuning in. Remember, change ain't coming, change is here. See you next time.
And it's Bahamians aren't prepared to stand up and fight and defend their own Bahamas, then you don't deserve to have it.
Now let that sink in. Come on. Change ain't coming, change is here. You can hear it, you can feel it in the air. All politicians, put your hands in the air. Just a stick up, let me make myself clear. I'm a grown man talking, so you know what to do. No one's leaving till we figure out the truth. Why you laughing? This ain't nothing funny. So no one gets to go home till we figure out this money. Change ain't coming, change is here. They say change ain't coming, but change is here. They say change ain't coming, but change is here. They say change ain't coming, nigga, change is here. Now if you ain't standing with us, then I know you against us. Bahamas, this ain't no time for us to be lukewarm. This is war, and we riding through the storm. Come on. Let's go. Shalom to all my Hebrew brothers, to all my Muslim and Rastas, we need you, brother. I know I can't forget the Christians. Let's put our differences aside, cause it's a bigger mission. See, they've been doing this for years, trying to separate us, kinda trying to keep us down and never elevate us. Now it's time to praise the Lord, cause he's about to take us over to the promised land where we can celebrate us. I got to do it for my kids that ain't even born yet, so the minute that they born, they already gotta check that check. Gotta have that time to collect, so they won't know how it feels to have that yoke around their neck. Yeah. See, y'all been robbing my grandmother, my great-great-grandmother and grandfather. It's like y'all can't get enough. Y'all just keep eating and eating and giving us nothing but taxes. Y'all went even as far as to say that this country's in debt and we ain't got no money. But 9 times out of 10, everybody in this country's possibly a millionaire. It's time to wake up. Let's talk about natural resources, cause every time we bring it up, they say hold your horses. They say it ain't worth a thing, but it's worth a fortune. Meanwhile, they open up their businesses across the borders. Oh yes, we track their bank accounts across the waters. They say this country in debt, but they making millions. If we don't stop this now, they be up to billions. It's about to go down and I get the feeling we gotta cut a movie on these dirty villains. On his Lincoln Bain and his team came with information. It's like everything changed, everything went quiet. It's like so much facts and they can't deny it. They rather keep their mouths shut before they start a riot. Now look how they tryna just steal the oil. They don't wanna share with none of y'all. They been robbing us while we were sleeping. Send them to jail cause they failed, they committed treason. Change ain't coming. They say change ain't coming. The change is still. They say change ain't coming. The change is still. They say change ain't coming. Nigga, change is still. Listen, from Freeport to Nassau all the way to Nagua. There's no more time for us to sit back and be quiet. You understand? This is war. If they only knew who we were, if they only know who we are, they would know we are warriors. No retreat, no surrender. Just give us what you owe us. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. I feel this all the way to my ancestors. We are warriors. We only really want what's owed to us. You get it? Now free up.